February 9, 2026. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show, the day after probably the worst Super Bowl I've ever watched my entire life.
You didn't like Super Bowl?
It sucked. It was horrible. Absolutely. Nothing's worse than a defensive battle. You know what I'm saying?
It's nice if a defensive battle's fine if one of the other team's scoring. You know, if we could have a one-sided defensive battle, but it was ugly for a real long time.
It was. Thank you.
But
that's exactly what I was trying to find.
Yeah, it was ugly, but it was impressive play. Like there was a lot of great cornerback play last night, and clearly
Seahawks defensive line looked great.
It was a great game as far as if you really want to break down the logistics of the game. Seattle's front four or front five were unbelievable. The defensive backfield for New England was on point. They were just both teams blitzing at just bonsai blitzing, if you will.
Love that.
But it just it didn't equate for a very exciting game. I had to make sure that I stayed awake for the Bad Bunny deal, because I knew that was going to be a large part of what we talk about today, how good, bad, or how much it sucked, the Bad Bunny halftime performance. I didn't get a chance to go see the Kid Rock Turning Point USA one. I can only watch one show at one time. And
they're saying Kid Rock got caught lip syncing.
Oh, yeah. For real?
Yeah.
That's sad.
So it's the whole. You know what? I feel as if we're as a country in a rut right now, and it starts with our leader. It starts with Trump. I told everybody that the monkey situation. Everybody chat and everybody on Friday was calling me a libtard. Oh my God, far leftist Bubba, and Donald Trump. Depicting Michelle and Barack Obama is not a problem. It's not a big deal. Even was it Levitt? Who's the
Caroline Levitt?
Even she lied through her teeth. Even she lied through her teeth. You know what? Here's one thing. Why doesn't Donald Trump just own when he messes up? That always seems to work better for you. Own it. Yeah.
He did throw someone under the bus.
I'm sure somebody who did nothing wrong is now the sacrificial lamb of, you know what? Somebody needs to say, Trump, shut up and stop tweeting. And like the Olympiad who said, really, quite frankly, I kind of agree with him. He won, I think, snowboarding. He was one of the first U.S. Gold medalists. And he said, listen, I don't necessarily agree with what's going on in the country right now. I think that's a fair assessment. I think all of us probably have something we don't necessarily agree that's happening in our country right now. He didn't say USA sucks, or I'm not proud of my country, or I don't want to live there, or I'm like Rosie O'Donnell and I'm going to move out of there. No, he just said I don't necessarily agree with what's happening. What's Trump do? He's the worst. He sucks. He's like, can't you just shut up and let things that you don't necessarily agree with just go by the way they're going to go? Let people cume or watch or agree or disagree with stuff, that you don't necessarily agree with. Do you got to stick your nose in every nook and cranny and just be officially that guy? And I'm most mad about, how much heat I took from chat and everybody when I played the Donald Trump, depicting Michelle and Barack Obama as monkeys.
Yeah, it's from The Lion King, dude.
But it's not, because there was no apes in The Lion King. If you factually look at it, it was a meme that somebody made AI, and I've been told that there were no apes in The Lion King.
I don't believe there was, no.
So if
not a single ape in the whole movie.
So if you depict Michelle and Barack Obama as monkeys, and there wasn't any monkeys or apes in The Lion King, then you know what? I think that kind of debunks his excuse. I just saw the front part that saw me as the king, and shut up. And then he won't even apologize for it. What's so hard about saying, "Hey, I made a mistake. I didn't watch it all, and I didn't know that was the back part of it. That is not cool. I've already been on the phone with Barack, and I apologize to him. No, he just doesn't have the ability to do that.
It's either you're offended by it, and if you're offended, you're a pussy.
I'm not really offended by it.
I'm just saying, or you support it because that's your guy and you're riding with him.
And here's the thing: I support most of what Donald Trump does, but I don't think that it's probably if any one of us depicted an African American on our various platforms, which are a millionth percent has the reach of Donald Trump's. If Dr. Dan depicted African Americans in a Dr. Dan is the king of the jungle, the lion of the jungle, and he put it on Diaco Law, or he put it on his his doctor's website, Dan, that would be a problem.
The board would have a problem.
You would have a problem.
Yeah.
If I depicted African Americans, and more specifically our former president, not that I like the guy or not, but he doesn't deserve that. If anybody, a white NBA player depicted a former Dr. J or Magic Johnson or LeBron James or anybody.
Well, look at Roseanne compared, I think, a senator to the Planet of the Apes, and she got canceled.
Oh, she got completely canceled.
Mm-hmm.
Completely canceled. What gives Donald Trump the pass? And then, when they did the early on, Lummy, I mean, you could probably find me the Caroline Leavitt. Is that her name?
Yes.
You could probably find when she's just lying through her teeth at the very first press conference, like at 8:30. Before they, or right as it was being taken down, and they were, trying to in crisis control. It just pisses me off that he won't even apologize for it. Like that pisses me off. We lost a good friend of the show Saturday night, and Brad Arnold. God, relatively young. What was he? 42?
47.
47.
That's so young.
Died from Three Doors Down. Now, because of my program director, Brad Harden, working so close with an independent record label, a guy named Bill McGinty really helped discover Three Doors Down. And 98 Rock, early on in 2000, were one of the very first radio stations in the country to play Three Doors Down. I happened to be fortunate enough to get I was one of their very first interviews they ever did in studio at 98 Rock circa 2000. And if you go to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/ or at the Bubba Army, I think Gary Cantrell posted that 12-minute interview.
Yes.
With me and the entire band. Here's the news of Brad dying. I think Sunday.
The frontman for the rock band Three Doors Down has died after a battle with kidney cancer. The band announced the news on social media, adding that Brad Arnold peacefully passed away today with his wife and his family by his side. Bob was one of the band's final performances in West Michigan took place in November of 2024 at Van Andel Arena. The band canceled its tour after the Kryptonite singer announced he had been diagnosed with stage 4 kidney cancer. Arnold was 47 years old.
Now, Dan, before we get into Dan's world, which Dan had a big high spot this weekend.
An exciting weekend.
With the Brad Arnold deal, it was like I don't think he was a big drinker. Something to do.
Kidney cancer is rare. It's not really related to drinking, and you don't usually find out until you have blood in the urine, and then often it's too late.
Well, I had an article that kind of broke down where they had discovered about maybe a year and a half ago where he had like cells, some kind of I don't know.
He came out
renal cell carcinoma.
Yes,
he came out just a few months ago and announced that he had stage 4. So I don't know how long he had it, but it spread to his lungs and everything like that. And I believe he had I don't know if he had referenced it or if I'm thinking somebody else, but think he referenced, making poor life choices early on.
Oh, really?
That he thought might have contributed to it.
Now, Dan, what you just said, renal
cell carcinoma.
Yes. So what is that? Renal cell carcinoma. What is that? An aggressiveness of cancer?
Yeah, kidney cancers aren't fun. They are aggressive. It's the actual kidney tissue that turns cancerous. That's the renal cell carcinoma. Sometimes you have bladder cancer, but this is from the kidney itself.
And so, Seth, you saw when he announced, I think, right here it is, right here. You said that you saw maybe a year or so ago when they announced that he had made a couple of explanations where maybe some of his just turning into a rock star early choices might have maybe played a part of this.
Yes.
Brad Arnold, the former the front man and of the rock band Three Doors Down, has died with a battle of kidney cancer. I'm trying to see. Here we go. He was diagnosed in 2025 with stage 4 kidney cancer. I'm trying to see where it said clear cell renal. Here we go. Right here, Dan. See it?
Yeah.
Clear cell renal cell carcinoma, or CCRCC, is said to be the most common type of kidney cancer, according to the National Cancer Institute. Symptoms include pain, weight loss, fever, and/or a lump in the side. Now, Dan, is it just like, did it, just bad luck? I mean,
the things that lead to like kidney cancer, like smoking, obesity, high blood pressure, and certain genetic disorders. So I don't know what he specifically did recklessly because he's not fat. He doesn't.
He's a smoker.
Maybe.
Nope.
Not a smoker.
Never knew him to be a smoker.
I don't think he was on dialysis. So it's
Genetics?
It's genetic. It's bad luck.
Hello, who's this? You're on the air.
This is Chris from New Hampshire.
Hi, Chris.
Remember me?
Oh, God.
Chris.
No. Last Tuesday, the guy with the high PSA.
Hey, Arnold.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, just Brad Arnold was a smoker for 25 years.
Oh, he was?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, that can help.
That probably yes. So I do know you, sir, from New Jersey.
Okay, so
you called in with
first
your
of all, I got to thank you guys for sending me to an emergency room. I did go exactly what you said. I didn't go to the gym that day. I went to the emergency room. By the way, this Cleveland clinic over here in Port St. Lucie is a fantastic medical facility.
Let me tell you something.
From the time I walked in,
hold on. I have known.
Yep.
I know a couple people who have been misdiagnosed, and they live within 5 hours of actually the Cleveland Clinic in Cleveland, Ohio, and the Cleveland Clinic in Cleveland, Ohio saved their life. I mean, the Cleveland, Dan, within the medical world, is the Cleveland Clinic world renowned?
Yes, it's very well respected.
Yes. So you have a Cleveland.
Even those satellites.
Even the little satellite ones like you have, sir, in your city. So you go to the Cleveland Clinic after talking to us.
Roger that. I was in there less than 5 minutes, and they had me hooked up to an EKG machine.
Okay.
So they drew blood. Within 45 minutes, I was in a TC scan, and it was my blood pressure. I was 173/90.
Ooh.
And so, by the way, for just to backfill everybody, this guy called in on I think it might have been last Tuesday when Dan was in here, the doctor, and he had said that his PSA score for his prostate was 4.0. Now,
correct.
At 4.5 is when they start getting real worry, but 4.0 is considered elevated. And we're like, sir, we think you might be having a prostate moment. You need to go get it checked immediately. So it sounds like you did that. So continue on. Tell us the process.
So place was fantastic. They put me on some. Now in August, my blood pressure was like 110/60. I don't know how it spiked. They put me on some Norvasc, Norvasc. Norvasc, yeah, 10 milligrams. I still haven't got my blood pressure. I did it this morning. I was 146/89.
Way better.
And that was it. But still, I've been down to 107 over 63. They haven't got it regulated. Oh, by the way, my PSA number is 3.2.
Okay.
That's not too bad.
All right, that's better.
But they're still sending me to a neurologist.
A neurologist or a urologist?
Urologist.
Now, neurologist is for your
Brain.
head, sir, which you might
may need that,
You
yeah.
might need that too, sir, just to be honest.
Yes, no, they are. So I think what my next step is, I'm going to get a MRI on my head.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
probably a good
The
idea.
headaches haven't subsided yet.
Well, listen, I'm glad you listened to us, and listen, it's way more responsible to try to get on the front side of this, nail down what's causing it, and start addressing it. It sounds like you have a blood pressure issue, which you need to get in control, which I think you're in the process of doing, and maybe your prostate isn't as messed up as a 4.0 would potentially lead to believe, and hopefully we helped you a little bit.
Honestly, where can I call anywhere in this country to a radio station and get solid medical advice?
Well, probably none, but we don't get credit for that. We're just a bunch of dumbasses who don't know anything. So
Tell your wife to send us some money.
listen.
I'm going to be at Bop next year. You think I'm joking? I'm going to be there. Hey, one thing that you guys should do sometime is, I'm pretty good on a computer and a cell phone. You've never explained the process. Let's say I want to give you some money through PayPal. How do I get to a site that I can give money to? You've never ever once explained.
All right, well,
how
go to
people can
PayPal.
donate.
It's real simple, sir. PayPal, Venmo, or Cash App. Those are all three different apps you can have on your phone, correct?
Oh, so you're downloaded PayPal app. I know, like when I buy something off the internet, it says, "Do you want to pay with PayPal?" And I click it and pay that way.
Okay.
Well, then you have that. You have that account, so you can get on it.
You have a PayPal account. So what you would do then is you would find our PayPal, which is at the Bubba Army, okay, and then you would send us money from your account.
Bingo. Thank you. I'm glad you explained that, and I honestly think you should do that more often because not everyone is phone or computer savvy. If they want to donate.
There comes a point, we have positioning statements and things like that say how you can donate and help the show. Me coming on here every, whatever, and it's not really a good look for me to be pushing it all the time. Our positioning statements and our bumpers back into from commercials and things like that usually have that component. Like John Costica, he just got a PayPal itch, and he just sent us $100.
That's right.
So that's the big daddy of them all. He certainly knows how to work that PayPal button. I think his PayPal app might be worn out because of us, as a matter of fact. So at least that part of his screen. So, sir, I'm glad that you listened, because a lot of people, most men, won't usually seek help into something that could potentially be hurting them until it's literally hurting them. And getting in front of this is certainly the way the responsible way to potentially to stop whatever issue you're headed to have. So thank you, my friend, and I appreciate your kind words.
Or just mail a money order.
I
in.
appreciate your medical assistance.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
We'll be looking for that PayPal. See ya.
Well, I'm gonna burn a quick one.
Perfect.
Dan, we got so much to talk about. I told you the Bad Bunny halftime show was going to be absolutely horrible. I don't want anybody trying to change my mind. I know last year I had a person on the staff that was trying to tell me that Kendrick Lamar's performance was legendary and second to none, and he has all these beefs with these guys, and he addressed these beefs and all that. Does the NFL realize that the average guy that has to spend about $800 in order to be able to get every game, to be able to have, you literally, if you're going to have the NFL Sunday ticket, and you're going to get Amazon Prime, and you're going to get Netflix, and you're going to get the NFL Network. I think I saw an article where I think if you're the average NFL fan and you want it all, just like back in the day when you could get the NFL Sunday ticket and they gave you everything. The Christmas game, the Thanksgiving game, the Sunday night game, the Monday night game, the Thursday night game, the Sunday games. You just had to have the NFL ticket. Now they've broken it up to I don't know how many different networks and streaming services there are with regard. I think one time we counted, it might have been 7 or 9, but I know that it's nearly $800 to be all in on the NFL.
Not with Get a Box, but that might be for another segment.
Yeah. So yeah, true.
That's right.
But here's the deal: for those people like me and Dan, well, like most of everybody in the studio, those are the people that are paying the bills. Those are the people that are, buying your product. Those are your demographics. And for you to put, some artist that none of us really know, that none of us could understand, and your excuse is, well, we're trying to diversify the NFL and get maybe a new Latin, audience. Okay, that's great. How about your existing audience that currently pays the bills? How about those people? Do you think that we're just going to sit here and just take it?
Forbes did it. It looks like $750 it would cost for you to watch every single NFL game.
Yeah, so that's
Right on, Bubba. You said 800.
Yeah.
That's dead on.
So I knew I was
Plus fees and taxes. It's all day 800.
Yeah, it's about $800. And how many Puerto Ricans or Latin people or the people that were highly entertained by that Bad Bunny halftime performance, how many of those people are going to step up and shell out $800 and be a new NFL fan because of a stupid 18-minute non-English performance?
Well, there's a lot of young girls that probably were into it, but not your P1 NFL fan.
How many of those young girls that were into it are going to,
spend $1 on a ticket? Zero.
Or watch anything for thereafter? So whatever. It's what it is. It's a big Jay-Z promotional fest. I think Lummy sent me something that somebody sent me that I think the majority since he took over in 2000 or 2019 that almost every artist that's been highlighted is under his label.
Wow.
Isn't that what they sent me?
Yes.
Almost every artist that's been highlighted has been on Jay-Z's label. Now, is Roger Goodell,
that's like a bunch of Chex soda. You know what I mean? Remember that, Bubba? Chex soda?
Yes.
The public soda?
No,
Yes.
Winn-Dixie.
Winn-Dixie, is that Winn-Dixie soda?
Yes.
But it's just crap. And so we're getting all these things, all these artists that are just coming from one production company, Jay-Z's. That sucks.
I don't know, Roger Goodell. I know that he's brilliant in some aspects to being the NFL commissioner, but this, and a lot of people listen. I don't really care that what you put on during halftime, but just business savvy wise, and it really has created quite the stir. It really has. I think the average person that's watching the game wants to be somewhat entertained by the halftime deal. But they have to bona fidely understand it. And even if you did understand Spanish, I don't know how entertaining it really was. It was,
Was it Lady Gaga?
Yes.
Of all the female Latin vocalists, they picked the whitest girl they could find, Lady Gaga.
Well, they were probably trying to, at that point. They were probably trying to. The guy from Indiana's like, man, there's at least a white girl up there doing something. But, what are we doing? What are we? Was it a Puerto Rico tourism commercial? Why are we kissing Puerto Rico's ass so much? Why do we even care? What's next? Next year's going to be, an Iowa corn, infomercial.
No, there's going to be some old ass white guys on stage singing about America next year. Because I'm telling you, nobody wants to hear anybody else bitching about this year.
I think we're going to do a Middle East themed next year.
Yeah. Let's do a Dubai, celebration.
Yeah, that's a great idea. We got some finger symbols and the whole 9 yards.
No, Lee Greenwood's going to do it, man.
Is he still alive?
No.
Oh, yeah, Mike Johnson keeps pushing for Lee Greenwood to do the halftime show.
Oh, God.
He's got the finger on the pulse.
I got to tell you, man, if they just do what that Christmas game was.
The Snoop Dogg game.
Snoop Dogg, you got Samuel L. Jackson, you got Martha Stewart. They had the little cute country girl on there. They had, it was a plethora of of what people that watch your product like.
Did you miss Jessica Alba, Alex Earl, Pedro Pascal, Cardi B? I mean, there was a Ricky Martin. I mean, there was a lot that was going on. Oh, that couple actually got married. That was a real marriage that was happening during the halftime show. I mean, there was a lot that was going on.
Yeah, I've married people live in the studio. Big whoop.
Okay.
I mean, a marriage live on the Super Bowl's halftime celebration. Big fucking deal.
I'm glad you hate it because I would have been. There's been so much hate for 6 months. I would have been disappointed if you changed your mind actually watching it.
He didn't do anything political, though, did he? I couldn't tell because I couldn't understand any of it, and people started talking over it because they were all bored. And I kept walking over to the other room where the TPSA show was on, and that show sucked. It all sucked.
Yeah.
The game sucked. Both halftime shows sucked. It was a disappointment.
It all sucked.
It all sucked.
My medication kicked in right in about 5 minutes into the third, and I was out. And then it seems like you could tell from that point that Seattle was just dominating, even though I think it was 9-0 at that time. Seattle was just dominating, and New England had nothing for them. Seattle's the world champions, and they deserve to be.
Defenses win, and so do more experienced quarterbacks.
And the general manager from the Vikings got his ass fired because he couldn't evaluate talent and keep Sam Darnold. Why do you weren't the Vikings like 13-3 when they were 14-4 when they let it go?
14-3.
14-3, and you let him go to free agency because what? J.J. McCarthy's better.
Yeah, they had a big belief in J.J. McCarthy because they passed on Darnold, Daniel Jones, Aaron Rodgers.
Wow. I know Aaron Rodgers wanted to go there bad. And I don't know if that's the answer.
He said he was willing to take a way below market to go to the Vikings, and they passed
just
on
like Favre did.
Really, just to piss off Green Bay?
Oh yeah.
It was just to be an irritant?
Just a place where I think you would have a chance to win.
Yeah.
And I think now they're talking about him coming back to the Steelers.
Yeah, they're saying it. I got an article for that. I'll probably get to it next. But Dan had to kind of get away from this hate zone that we're in, talking about the stupid ass Super Bowl. I don't know. It just didn't pop. The Super Bowl just didn't pop for me at all.
I mean, no, there's not a lot of national Seahawk or Patriot fans.
The funniest thing that I saw during the Super Bowl is the merch cricks laying beside me. We're in bed, we're watching the game, and you know how at the first merch crick, she's not the sharpest knife in the drawer, God love her, but you know how that the very first part of the game they had like that little photo booth, and they sent out like 5 Joe Montana, was it Eli Manning, Peyton Manning.
They introduced Joe Montana during like 9 different segments to start the whole thing.
Tom Brady was up there.
Tom Brady. But remember how they were all coming out of a little photo booth? She kept saying, how are they getting all those guys in that booth?
Oh.
I'm like, Erica, they have a door in the back, and they have the camera angle where you can't see the door, and then they appear out. She's like, oh.
She must like when the clowns come out of the car at the circus.
If you love that segment, then check out BubbaArmyHQ.com and do a deep dive on past shows. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be right back.
I thought it was weird they just walked out so easily.
Man, this is a new podcast, Learning Secrets of Entertainment. I don't like it. Thank you.
Oh, goodness.
Thank you, Johnny K. Need it.
What's up, Tack of the Dog, Holyoke, Chub It Up, Jonesy, Iggy. Tack of the Dog, Jesse, Inzer, Green Guy. Dr. Evil. ship. Little bug. Oh, yeah, thank you. Some Junkos Deca. Xerxes, Organic Gene, Trash Guy, Big Longer, Stacy G, Dirt Merchant, Lips.
Bubba, I also messaged you the video and then his the booking and his mugshot.
Who's that, buddy?
Dan's guy.
Oh, okay.
Stokes there. Pencil neck. Yes, I agree. Airtight, coral tits. I think she's got more than that hanging.
Oh. It's a classy guy right there. Dan.
What? Oh, yeah. I like face tattoos. That's usually a good sign. Those are the ones you want to hire.
He's looking for a job. Good morning, Greg D.
Yeah, I think I got this already.
Okay.
I think.
Isn't that crazy?
Was he just gonna break in and?
10:30 on a Saturday.
That's my prime breaking in hour.
On a Friday.
Yeah.
Great time to break in. 8 hours. All right.
Last night I dreamt of Benito.
Benito Mussolini.
Oh, I thought maybe they were talking about the fish. Benito.
Benito.
Oh, Benito.
But you know, like Spanish, the O and
Yeah, that's why it's.
How about
easy
Green
to
Day?
rap.
They fucked, right? They still got it?
It's
Fuck
like
yeah.
Three fucking sounds.
I thought they were pretty good. Green Day.
They canned every fucking political lyric.
Bubba's.
Oh, they did? American Idiot.
Yeah, I don't think he did the I'm not part of your MAGA agenda. I thought it was cool.
Jack and the Dog. I'm above that. Berto.
What about this guy for the Falcons, eh? Woo!
A little crazy.
Woo! That's gonna be a big never see you on the field again, buddy.
Yeah, that's not gonna work out well for him.
No.
Thank you again, Johnny K.
Do you own a commercial property in the Bay Area? And is it in need of some landscape maintenance? Contact Average Joe today. With over 15 years of experience, Average Joe is one of the Bay Area's leading full-service commercial landscape contractors, offering irrigation repair and installation, as well as 3D landscape design and installation. Check them out on the web at averagejoetampa.com or email Joe directly at joe@averagejoetampa.com and let them put together a service plan for your needs. Tell them Bubba Army sent you.
Banned in all 50 states and 100 countries. We're back to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Today about 9:15, we'll have, this is actually Justin Nunley's friend, our Fort Walton Beach social media superstar. I think Justin Nunley has like 4.5 million
he's huge.
on his Instagram and like, or maybe 4.5 million on his Facebook and like
TikTok.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. And I follow him. He listens to the show. He's from Fort Walton Beach. He's great friends with Big Gus, whether it's Emerald Coast Harley Davidson or Big Gus Tractors. By the way, my brand new Mahindra got to the track.
Nice.
And I parked it back in its little cubby hole because I didn't have any need for it this weekend because I have 2 tractors and I don't want to put the hours on my Mahindra. I'm trying to save it, but I will break out my Mahindra probably on Wednesday as the festivities for the 16th annual Winter Dirt Games start Wednesday with USAC. We had practice last night, and my buddy, of course, Rob Platfoot, the Eldora track prep guy, who's now, for the entire month of February, Rob Platfoot. I usually am in charge of track prep, but I'm just his bitch now. I just do what he tells me to do. He runs the grader. He tells me when to get on the water truck, like it's his show. That's why the track is unbelievable. So I'm his.
Do you learn from it?
I do learn from him. He's teaching me now how to side grade. I'm not real good at side grading. I'm good at straight on grading, but he's teaching me how to side grade. That being said, he brought a couple implements down from Ohio. One's called a horse tracker, and the other one is a larger lily tiller. And so I'll put the horse tracker, I think, on the Mahindra, courtesy of Gus Tractors.
How'd the bend block go?
The bin block got delivered efficiently.
Good.
We do have to make we have one little concrete like block wall we got to make by Wednesday. But Merch Creek did all the camping, check-ins and things like that. Things are starting to pick up at Ocala Speedway. We had practice yesterday, and Rob Platfoot put me on this. We got this 80-foot Sunbelt high reach they were using to fix the lights. And so
nice.
We went up about 60 foot in it.
Oh.
And I videotaped a little bit of practice yesterday. I sent the videos to Gary Cantrell. Hope together he'll put a little something together.
It's hard to believe how sketchy it is to be that high in one of those things until you're that high in one of those things and you're swaying with the wind, and it's sketchy.
It was sketchy. It wasn't sketchy when I was recording the cars and I had something to concentrate on. But then when I stopped recording and I was just up there hanging out, and you can feel then I kind of started thinking about how high I am, and I look down to the ground and I'm literally 65 feet on the ground. And Rob goes, "You want to go higher?" The thing I'll go to 80. I go, "Nuh-uh.
I'm good.
I'm real good right here."
Which is why I really tip my hat to the guys that get on the towers like Ty J used to do, because I cannot imagine being 800 feet up in the air hanging from a tower.
Yeah, I was 60 foot and being borderline bitchish. So anyway, Justin Nunley, his friend is this Sean Umshield guy. He is most noted for being the what no way guy. And he's got 3.5 million followers on his Facebook alone. I think he has like 441,000 on his Instagram. I don't know. I think he's a fan of the show.
Oh.
And so Justin Nunley calls me up and says, "Hey, my buddy Sean Umshield," who I really didn't know, to be honest with you. I had to kind of look up because I don't really, and they're kind of niche specific in drag race, like local, par 10, and they run like 9 second 1,000 feet is pretty quick. Dan, I mean, could your Lambo be in the 9s?
No, my Ferrari was. The SF90 was.
So you know how fast? I mean, these guys are running.
Rocket.
These guys, the cars these guys are running, and I think this past week, Florida, within the drag racing or the amateur drag racing world, it was called like Drag Week or something. And Sean is Canadian,
and he drives it.
He's a Canadian welder.
And what's that?
He's a Canadian welder.
Oh, is that what he does by trade?
Yes.
Canadians are rugged.
I would think that having this many followers on your social medias, it would be he'd be making well into the 6 figures that he didn't even have to worry about welding anymore. But he's going to be in about 9:15. Just here, I think this is a little video from him. Let me see. Where's it out? Well, wrong.
Yeah, we got it turned up a bit more. Let's see how it goes. I'm excited. last day of sick week. Always such a great time.
Sick week. I think they call the week in Florida that all these amateur drag racers come to Florida. It's called Sick Week.
We're going to make this pass. We'll see how it goes. All right, guys, so we made our pass, and we ran a 977. We had some belt slippage.
977, Dan. That's pretty. That's hauling the mail, isn't it?
Yeah.
Everything was down. Our 60 foot wasn't terrible, but it was a 145 60 foot. And yeah, like
I saw this one. He blames it on fuel slosh. Maybe the fuel. That said he's going to put some baffles in his tank.
Which
8th
worked.
mile was terrible, so we didn't have the mile per hour out the back end. We hit a safety on the fuel, so we think that the fuel might have sloshed. And I'm going to fix that. I'm going to put sump in the tank so that doesn't happen ever again. But that's where we're at. We're waiting for the all run so that we can run again.
So anyway, I'll have him on today in the 9 o'clock hour. Just bull crap a little bit about.
So sick. It looks like sick week is you drive your car from track to track all the way from Georgia to Florida, back to Georgia.
And I think your car has to be street legal.
Yes.
So you can't just haul it on a hauler.
So like a 9.7 in a street legal car is difficult.
It's
very difficult.
Very difficult. Right?
Yeah.
So now over to Dan. So anyway, I'll have Sean on in the 9 o'clock hour for half hour to 45 minutes talking about what he does. Hopefully, Lummy, he will follow us, and maybe we should give him or offer him video of his appearance on the show.
Of course.
And post it on his very, very, very high volume social media platform and help us out a little bit. That's what a lot of these influencers do. Unlike regular radio, regular terrestrial radio, where everybody's cutthroat and nobody wants to help each other. It seems like, like podcasting and social media people, influencers, they try to help people.
He follows us already, so.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. It's all about algorithms, Bubba, because that didn't help you in terrestrial radio, but it helps you on anything internet-based.
Yeah, there's no algorithms in terrestrial radio. No. It's just trying to have some scoop and better programming than the next guy and then hog up the good programming so that the next guy can't get it, and it's all yours. And there's no sharing, or helping at all. So, Dan, walk us through this. I think this is probably the picture I'm putting on the air right now, probably the start of your situation that happened Saturday morning.
Yeah, I'm just sitting there at about 10:30 in the morning watching Lindsey Vonn, smash into a puff of dust. And I get a call from Steven, and he said, there's someone in the back at Bella's house. Oh, no. I need you to go over there right now.
Now, if I can step in or you can explain when your big house that you currently live in on Bayshore Boulevard, that's all I'm going to say. Yours nearly 7,000, with probably nearly 8,000 square feet if you include the carriage home.
Yeah, it's 8.
It's over 100 years old. It's a very, very well-known home in Tampa, and again, it's over 100 years old. It has nearly a football field of a front yard just to get to the front door. It's very prestigious. It's awesome. But that originally started out as Steve's house.
No.
Well, I thought it originally started out with Steve's
house. We bought
it
together.
And I was going to say, and you lived with him.
No, we bought it. It was 50-50.
Oh, okay.
Steven's house and my house.
Okay.
And then I built that house across the street.
So originally this house was purchased when Steve's kids were way younger. He was raising his family. Dan was single, and they bought it 50-50. They, at that point, then purchased the land across the street.
Exactly.
This is a much different time when the building codes weren't. I don't know that you could build that house in today's building code world.
We bought it with pre-approved plans.
Right.
It had plans that were already approved by the city, so because we would never have gotten it approved.
In today's world, never. So right across the street from the big, we'll call the big red house, was this not little sliver of land, but literally this land that is literally on the water. It's
the other side. It's the east side of Bayshore Boulevard.
And so Dan bought, they bought that, and they built
Actually,
that.
Babyface bought it.
Well,
we actually had to bid on it, and we didn't want to be the ones bidding on it, so we sent Babyface as a straw bidder. And he did it for us. Like you guys may think that Babyface and I hate each other. I've known the kid for 25 years almost, and we are friends.
No, your disdain and hate is friendship bantering. Like you guys.
Yeah,
truly,
I don't really hate him.
He started his legal career with Steve and Jay and the firm. And
if it wasn't for Steven, he wouldn't even gotten into law school. Steven had the pull strings to get his silly ass into law school. So and help him with scholarships and stuff like that. I mean, he'd be selling pencils on the street and making funny jokes.
There we go.
Hold on.
There we go.
Dan,
that's the friend we heard.
Dan.
Well, it's true. I'm not being degrading.
Dan. You could have just left it at he really
He's a good friend of mine.
You could have just left it at Steve really helped him get into law school. You
Steve
could have
helped a lot.
Okay,
He's
but you know what? You don't have to go to the selling pencils and candy on the streets, okay, buddy?
Okay.
You kind of understand what I'm feeling here. I mean,
there you go. Reel me in. I'm teasing.
I did talk to Babyface about potentially buying a Kona Ice truck, so that could be a possibility if
Right.
he wasn't a lawyer.
So what I'm saying is I'm not trying to be hard on you and extra easy on him, but I mean, the guy wouldn't be selling pencils on the side of the street now. You know that. So anyway,
that'd be a tough biz, man.
So
yeah,
Dan,
a lot of pencils these days.
So listen, Dan knows the Diacos know that the last name Diacos the seller might be kabukied out by that. May not want to sell the Diacos this particular property. Brian Matrone comes in as Brian Matrone. They don't know who the hell that is.
Yeah, perfectly invisible.
He buys the land. Of course, he flips it over to Dan, and they build this unbelievable, beautiful, really modern Miami kind of style. House right on the water.
Like it's literally like on the water's edge.
Right. At that time, it had like 11 or 12 foot blow through the code or the hurricane code at that point had to be their downstairs can be finished, and they finished it into a 2-car garage and then a gym and kind of a little clubhouse area, but it had to be, you couldn't have a bedroom or anything that you actually like
flow through, they call it.
Right, they
flow
call it
through. So the walls collapse on purpose.
The blowout walls.
Blowout walls, yeah.
So that was the rules back then. And then your living area had to be like 12 to 13 feet up above the blowout area. Now you can finish the blowout area, and the Diacos did.
Just can't insure it.
Yeah, so anyway, upon Steve and then Dan moves in with Steve and Krista. That's much why a lot of people speculate that's why Nick looks like Dan. I'm not going to get any further than that. Steve's not
so
nearly as smart
too.
as Nick,
Right.
but Dan is. So we don't know what happened when Krista came home one drunk night and got into the wrong bed. We just don't quite know. But anyway, Dan lived with Steve and Krista for an extended period of time. Then Dan started his family, and that's when they built the house across the street. And Steve's kids were getting older and older. Finally, Steve's kids, get to the point where they flip-flop houses. And Dan ends up in the big red house, and Steve ends up in the smaller,
Was his empty nest.
one on the water.
Yeah, he didn't need a giant house anymore. His kids were in college.
Right, empty nester. So they switch house. Dan's kids are at the point where they need a big house, and Steve's kids are in college. So fast forward to Daddy, rest in peace, Daddy Joseph Diaco passes a few years ago. He had a really, really nice, badass on-the-water house over here by Culberth Isles, kind of off of West Shore.
Yep.
And so Steve was like, listen, Dad's house is a little dated, but the location is just unbelievable. I mean, of all three of your homes, that's the coolest location.
Right, and it was a sleeper location, too. Most people didn't even realize that those houses existed.
Right, so Steve puts in, of course, the family trust, whatever. Steve gets the house, completely remodels it. Oh, my God, is it beautiful? Oh, it's beautiful. But now they have this house across the street from Dan's.
Underground site goes $20.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. Here's a little gift. Did I give John Costico a horn?
Yes, sir.
There's 2 more for you, Johnny K. So at that point, this badass $4 or $5 million home that's across the street from Dan's big house is empty. And they're not going to sell it. But Bella graduates from USC and gets accepted into Stetson Law School and is going to be, remaining probably here locally. She needs a place to stay. So they put her up in this house, which just for a single female, it's a pretty badass house.
Oh, my God.
I mean, think of some of the humble beginnings we started in our housing career when we were just freshly out of college. Not nearly to this extent. So...
Yeah, when I was in medical school, I was living in a one-bedroom crap apartment.
Right. So anyway, Bella's now going to Stetson. What, she got 2 more years?
No, she's in her last year.
Oh, she's in her last year.
Yeah.
Jay will fold her into Diaco Law. And
she's doing patent law, so she may actually not work with us at first. She may work at a big patent law firm.
Do you know I have the guy that does all my trademark and patents, I probably have one of the biggest patent attorneys that I'm a huge client of. Would you like me to give you his information?
What's his first name?
Anton.
I know him.
Anton Hopen.
Yeah, I know exactly who he is.
Great dude.
Yes. She's already got a job. It's a firm like his. It's one of the big firms that does patent law. They're national.
Oh, fantastic. Well, then she doesn't need my help.
But Anton's a good guy. I know exactly who you're talking about.
So,
I've talked to him, worked with him before.
So Bella's gone. She's living in this beautiful mansion, but she's gone on Saturday morning. And Steve, so I'm gonna.
No, she's not.
Oh, she's not.
She's there. I'm supposed to be gone. I was in Miami this weekend.
Oh, okay.
For a conference, and I came back early because it was irritant. It was an irritant. And
what do you mean it was an irritant? The conference was just not.
Dude, it was the same. It was just like watching a rerun. It's a conference they've had for 60 years. This was the last year they were doing it. Half the time they were just doing eulogies to the conference. Oh, remember 40 years ago when, I'm like, oh, come on, guys. It was torture.
It's just one of those things where there's you go to there's different classes or different speakers all day.
All day long. And it was torture, dude. It was the same. It was a lot of people. It was the same speaker saying the same things over and over again.
And you didn't learn nothing.
Didn't learn nothing.
Right.
No, it was torture. So I came back early.
A lot of times you'll go to a medical conference because there's going to be a new piece of equipment that you might want to see the demo on. I think you learned about the Morpheus at one of your conventions.
Yeah, they usually learn about some new stuff. And, I picked up maybe a pearl. And then I was like, this is it. I'm done. I need to go home.
All right. So pick it up from your home Saturday morning. You get a phone call from Steven.
Yes, as I'm watching the Olympics, I get a phone call from Steve. He says, go to Bella's house. There's someone in her backyard. I'm like, what? And so
literally Dan's house is across the street from Bella's.
But I'm in the carriage house, which is a good 400 feet from the street. So I have to, I grab my pit viper and my Belgian and run down the driveway. And by the time I get to
You're
the
like
street,
a canine cop.
Yeah, by the time I get to the street, Bella's like, he took off on his bicycle. So then I run back to my house and get in my truck with the dog and the gun.
So he's got his
Cybertruck?
He's got his
Dan's living a country music video right now.
Yeah, he is. So he gets in his Cybertruck. He's got his.
I got my bulletproof truck.
He's got his bulletproof truck. He's got his hunting dog, and he's got his Viper. Is that a 40 cal or
and a Belgian?
Viper. It's a 9.
It's a 9. Okay.
And he's a hunting dog, like a person hunting dog.
Right.
He's not a deer dog.
So
he's a deer dog.
This guy that was trying to break into Bella's house.
Well, I didn't realize the extent of it. I thought he was just wandering around the the yard. He actually, this guy, and we with a video of it, you can show in a second.
Yeah, but I want to start from here.
So I don't really know the extent of it. It's just that he was in her backyard. And as I get to the street, Bella meets me there, and she tells me more about it, that he actually tried to enter her house. And so I run to my car, and I start driving through the neighborhood thinking, I know which direction he's going. I know where he can get to by bike, so I know the likely areas he'd be in.
So she tells you, when you're getting some intel, he actually tried, did he have tools?
Well, it was more to come. I mean, he got to the door. She saw him through the glass. Her dog, which is a massive dog, lets out a big bark as he handles the door to try to open it.
So,
which is usually, that door was often unlocked in the middle of the day.
Rocco saved the day. Rocco was your first line of defense.
Rocco was absolutely her first line of defense. And then apparently he went off of her property, started going on to my property, and my dog Doc, the Vizsla, barked, which made him again do a 180, get on his bike, and start riding south on Bayshore.
All right, so that's this right here.
So no, that's him on McDill. So I find him. Like I start going south on Bayshore, and I decide that he's probably went to this last street because I've ridden the area. I know where you would likely go, and I followed where I thought he would be, and he was exactly what I thought. I find him, and I try to keep a distance, and then Bella called the 9 emergency line. I called 911. I'm like, officers, I got him in sight. And they're like, we know exactly what you're talking about. Where is he exactly? And I'm like, he's on Bayshore. He's heading north. He's on the east side of the street. He's about to approach Holland. Now he's about to approach Interbay. And after about 4 minutes, all of a sudden, I see the flashers in front of me because I get stuck behind one of those, like, you know when they stop a lane and they make people stop for a second?
Oh, because they're doing construction?
Yeah, you're stuck there. I'm like, oh my God, I'm losing him. And on the other side where the other flag guy is, all of a sudden I see the lights flash. I'm like, do you guys have him? They're like, yep, we got him right now. And so she goes, because I was on the phone with him for like 5 minutes.
All right, so this is video of Bella's house, right? And
yes.
And
10:30 in the morning. What does that say?
That says 8. Okay, so she's...
Here
we
now
go.
He pulls up 9:45.
9:45.
He's got a little baby cup.
Is that a baby Yoda?
It's a baby cup, like him drinking out of.
Oh.
Wow.
Look at the back. He's going into the backyard. He opens the freaking gate.
It's like he lives there.
Oh, my God.
The boldness of him. Look how sunny it is. It's 10 in the morning. Kidding me?
It is a very enticing backyard. I mean, I am drawn to it myself.
Let me ask you a question. At the point, Dan, when he goes, hold on, at this point right here, where he's officially on your property, and he has gone through, he's opened a gate to get onto your property. At this point, can you shoot him?
No.
Okay.
He's trespassing. That's all he's doing is trespassing. Even back there, he's still just trespassing.
Can you draw down on him?
For a pure trespass, probably not. It's not a forcible felony. It's a misdemeanor trespassing. He hasn't even been warned to say you're trespassing.
So,
but here's what happened. He parks his bike behind those steps.
Right.
Walks up those steps. Walks up to the back
and
door.
Those steps are what? At least 17 steps.
Oh yeah, they're extensive.
It's not. It's a. You have to understand. You're walking onto the level of safetiness, meaning these houses have to be built on stilts or with blow-through walls. So there's a lot of steps to get to the living area, to the back door area. So there's
probably 17, 18 steps there because most staircases are like 12 or 14.
Sure.
It's longer than that.
So he walks up the entire staircase and goes right to the back door that leads into the living room.
That glass door that goes into the living room. You know the house. And so he hits that door handle and tries to jerk the handle.
It's adjacent to the kitchen.
Yep.
That's hooked onto the dining room with the long table.
Right.
That's that door right there.
Mm-hmm.
The only way in and out of that particular area is one door. It's a glass door, and it feeds into like a little balcony and then a staircase. He walks up the staircase and puts his hand on that door to try to open it.
And that noise startles the dog, who gets up, barks, and Bella sees him through the glass like, oh my God, what's going on? So she calls Steven. Steven thinks it's a joke. Because, apparently there's some like AI or pictures that people do, some sort of like trending thing.
AI where a guy can walk up your stairs and rattle your door handle?
No, it's like these fake break-ins that they've been doing, some kind of new trend or something like that. So Steven, is hyper vigilant to social trends, and he thinks it's a joke at first. Then by the time I get that call, it's already been 20 seconds, 30 seconds into this, and so that's why the guy had a chance to go away.
And
I caught him in the back of the house, I could have held him at gunpoint without a question.
Does Bella have a gun?
Yes, but she didn't have it handy. And she's got, an 85-pound dog, too.
Right.
Greg DeLippo, $20.
Thank you, Greg. All right, so
then, like I said, he takes off on his bike, and the question is what could I have done then? I didn't witness it, but I had the video of him in the backyard at that point. The cops had the video of him and pictures of him, and in real time. She sent it through whatever 911 told her to send it through, and then they actually had the video as well. So as soon as they saw the guy who was in full camouflage, and they stopped him, he had a big backpack. What was in the backpack? Burglary tools.
So this is.
He didn't expose himself, did he?
No.
Okay.
So burglary tools.
Yeah.
Now, did he have any? Were you guys the first?
What does he have? Like a wrench or like a real like
probably
like
a
an
They
ice
weren't
pick.
specific. I didn't dump out the backpack. The police did. But a crowbar, flashlight, tape, rope. Who knows?
Yeah.
Screwdriver. And so very casual. But he had like I said, a full camo outfit on. He had that brown hoodie. And
man, you got to be pretty brazen to be able just to on a Saturday at 10 in the morning to walk up a flight of stairs and try to open the back door. I mean, had he entered, Dan, and that was your place, you could have blown him away. Could you not have?
Oh, absolutely dead right there.
The minute he crosses your threshold, I think you can smoke him.
Right. The thing that I didn't appreciate was that I actually at that point had enough to do a Brent Hatley citizen's arrest. And which is recognized in the state of Florida. I had every right to just, essentially restrain the guy with minimal force necessary until the cops got there. I didn't have to. I didn't have to get dirty, but I had every right in the world. And if I had gotten to the driveway and he was still there, I'd just let the dog on him. And then I would have disabled his bike, which is easy to do, and just waited for the cops to come that way. But it turned out perfectly. He got arrested. I didn't get dirty. No one got hurt. And I think the threat's solved.
You saved the day.
So it was scary, though. I mean, how often do you get like a guy literally rattling your back door in the middle of the frickin' day? Which is the most bizarre thing. Who breaks into a house at 10:30 on a Saturday when everybody's home?
Well, that guy sounded like he was on something.
Mushroom Mitch, $20 for Rocco and Doc.
Woo.
Scaring the bad guy away on the PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. So James Dalton Davis, we can completely
public arrest record. Yeah,
public. We're on the public arrest record. Does he have a history of?
Yep, previous arrests for.
So here, this particular charge, attempted burglary of an occupied structure.
Right, that was for today, or Saturday.
Possession of burglary tools. That's okay. So that's all we got. That's
right.
What
that right there. You they're both felonies. I mean, he's got a double problem.
Wow.
You can't rattle a door with a screwdriver in your backpack.
Do you think they watched the Super Bowl in jail?
Yes.
Oh, here we go. Aliases. He's got Dalton and then James Dalton Davis. So,
but yeah, his previous arrests had a warrant out for him.
So they love
so
that.
it was an easy takedown for them.
God, and the thing about it is, like, how many other times has he done? I wonder if you guys were the first people of the day, or because he probably would have had stuff in his backpack of stuff he had stolen. If you guys. If he'd been other places prior, right?
You would think, yes, he would have had stolen goods. But who breaks into houses on a Saturday morning?
Now, once they had him apprehended, did you pull up to the scene?
Nope, I let it go. They didn't need me. I'm not Mr. Pretend Cop. Let the cops do their job. However, you come on my property, you got 2 dogs and guns to deal with.
Yeah. And you got, Bella with some high surveillance tech. She's very tech savvy. It sounded like she was sending real-time videos to the cops. So
it would have been a clean dog attack. It would have been a clean shoot.
Now, which one of the two would be more likely to attack? Probably Rocco?
No.
Doc?
No. Bolt.
The new one.
The Belgian. Yeah.
You could have got him riled up enough to get the guy?
Oh, if he sees something that doesn't look normal, he immediately goes into that attack mode. Like when someone new comes in, I mean, like, good boy. I say hi to the person, they talk to me, and all of a sudden he disarms himself. But anytime he sees something for the first time, his first reaction is like, I'm going to eat you.
It's nice. Oh. So when I return, we're going to start breaking down the Bad Bunny stuff. We're going to start breaking down the Super Bowl. I am going to come back with Trump's refusal to apologize for the racist depiction of the Obamas. Just on the surface, Dan, what's your opinion of this?
What, the video?
Yeah, I mean, of the whole situation of him releasing it, him deleting it, do you have the Caroline Levitt?
I sent it to you. I'll resend it.
Press conference.
Yeah.
saying that the media, you guys are just overly sensitive. It was just a meme. It was a political meme, and they were trying to downplay it. And now, it's turned into a thing, much like I said it would on Friday. Just preliminarily, before we get into it next, what's your opinion of it?
I think it's a thing. I think it's a problem. I think it reflects badly on the administration. I think it's in 2026, it'll be interpreted as patently racist by 98% of the people that see it. We're not making new Planet of the Apes movies, and so we just one of those things that you cannot compare a black guy to an ape or a monkey.
No matter who you are.
No matter who you are.
And
unless maybe if you're like a Democrat, they could get away with it because they get away with everything.
If you were an African-American Democrat, you might be able to do that.
Yeah.
But,
Don Lemon can get away with it. But,
certainly not
the Republican Party.
Or the President of the United States.
No, and it's not presidential. And, he's made some, less than what you would expect of the decorum that you would expect out of the office. Memes and videos and commercials, and the only thing I do understand is the guy's really busy. He saw himself as king of the jungle and didn't watch the whole video. I believe that happened. I don't know that he saw the second part, and when he did, they took it down, and so I think that's appropriate too. But it's absolutely you portray a black guy as any kind of primate. It's racist.
Well, I mean. And he had an opportunity to walk it back, and he won't. And I just don't understand why. What hurts to walk it back?
I mean, no president walks back anything. When's the last? Biden didn't say, "Oh, my exit plan from Afghanistan was wrong." He didn't say that. George Bush didn't say, "You know what? I screwed up, and we didn't have weapons of mass destruction in Iraq." He didn't say that.
I think
Obama never apologized for anything. None of them do.
I think when all of those are strategic presidential stuff, when you're calling an former African American president a monkey, I think that's unlike anything that you described prior.
I sent you Trump and Caroline Levitt.
All right, fine, we'll do it next.
If you want 24/7 on-demand Bubba and the crew, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com.
Right now.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be back after this.
Video depicting, as you pointed out, different Democrats as different animals. I think Kamala Harris was depicted as a turtle in this video meme. The president did take it down. He spoke with lawmakers today out of respect for them, including Senator Tim Scott. The post was removed. But leave it to the leftist media, of course, to talk about this all day, rather than talk about the fact that the Dow has broken over 50,000 points for the first time in our nation's history, rather than talk about what President Trump did last night, launching TrumpRx.gov, which is the first of its kind, amazing tool.
Whatever. Where's the arena? So one guy goes and tells the people,
voter fraud.
I just
I looked at it, I saw it. I looked at it, I saw it, and I just looked at the first part. I looked at it, I saw it, and I just looked at the first part.
She's still like facing
voter fraud. Some cuts to it. There's a lot of voter fraud. 2021. Yeah, I looked at it, I saw it, and I just.
Why can't I get this thing to pause?
Voter fraud.
It should, yeah. Refresh it. So.
All right, there you go.
Where's that fire wrestling? What the fuck? She's still laying there on her face.
On her face.
Not even moving.
Face down, collapsed, not moving. That's scary. And everyone's just walking, stepping over and shit?
Well, no. She was like come by the wall, so like the people were like kind of like looking over, like what do we do? No one was doing anything. We were just kind of looking. Obviously, we don't have doctors up in our section. They're all downstairs in a nicer section, but so then the guy's like, what? So he brings back out. He tells people, he's like, if you're not gonna call on the radio, run and go find someone. So they finally call on the radio. I'd say that was like 8 minutes later. Our rescue comes up. You know, they do whatever, but it's like 8 minutes. What are you supposed to do in that meantime? Like, obviously, if there's no one that's.
Make sure they're alive?
What would
Make sure they're not choking on something?
Supposedly they checked their pulse, but that was it. Are you supposed to roll them on
The back usually.
back, a side or something like that? Or
Side or back. Not on their face. They don't deal with it. They could be.
She walk this. I saw her. She's like,
She drunk.
I guess she had the
Fainting good.
the
Vasovagal.
sugar.
Blood sugar. She's over the ceiling.
Yeah. We don't know.
Right.
I mean, no, this was a 12 o'clock game. She was drunk. She was like an older lady. But we just thought, like, I didn't know what to do.
Well, I could see them getting unruly last night. It was a little boring game for the first half.
So they having like riots in Seattle now?
No, they shot some fireworks off the Space Needle, but
Nothing.
I don't think I don't know. I don't think a car's been flipped. I feel like that's not
The
the
cars
first
are
thing.
on fire. They'd have to grease the
It's out of the
poles.
polls.
They're all frozen. Actually, probably not in Seattle.
It'll probably still be a cold ass parade.
Yeah, the last time they won it, it was pretty calm. Russell Wilson was there. They just had like a bunch of big floats down.
Yeah. I don't think it'd be like a Philly deal or anything.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
There were some real mamacitas last night. Real mamacitas. Last night I dreamt of San Pedro. About like 3 hours before the game, there was a bunch of money that was coming in that Lady Gaga was gonna come out.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
On the prop bet?
Yeah.
Somebody found out about it, didn't they?
Oh, for sure. Well, I felt comfortable. I started telling my family, and then I was right. I looked like a real guru.
Did Sammy put a couple prop bets in? She was the one.
There's nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. Trust me, I've been looking. We're back.
Sean Umshield, the famous Canadian drag racer, amateur drag racer, friends of Justin Nunley, will be in about 9:15 on The Big Show. Talk to him about his highly successful social media platforms, about what he's got going on drag racing wise. I'm going to be going to the Gator Nationals. He's Canadian though, so I'm sure Nunley will be at the Gator Nationals. I don't know if Sean will be or not. We'll ask him that when he comes in about 9:15 today. Here is the CBS news report of Trump's refusing to apologize for depicting Michelle and Barack Obama as monkeys. And I told you on Friday this was going to be a big deal, and everybody told me I was crazy, and that I was an extreme left. I'm a leftist. No, I just know that, even though I am a registered independent and I did vote for Donald Trump, if I had depicted any African Americans as monkeys, that I would probably lose some of my sponsors and probably be deplatformed.
Yep, you sure would.
In some way, shape, or form.
But you're independent like Bernie Sanders is independent.
I don't think being compared to Bernie Sanders is necessarily what I'm looking for.
Fallout after President Trump shared a racist video on his social media platform. The president, who spoke about his latest actions last
night. And the problem, the reason why I caught so much grief on Friday is because we were so early on it. Like we were like at 7:30 or so, we were already on it. and it really the crap hadn't really hit the fan yet. People were just starting to wrap their, the national media and things like that. I don't even know that he'd been asked about it yet. I know Caroline Levitt had already come out with I don't know how many different excuses, but we were early in on it, and people didn't realize how. I told everybody it was going to be big. And again, I got called names.
I refused to apologize despite sparking widespread outrage and condemnation. CBS's Willie James Enman reports tonight from West Palm Beach, Florida, near the president's home. Willie James.
Jerika, good evening to you. Republican lawmakers offered a rare rebuke of President Trump after he reposted a racist meme of President Obama and Michelle Obama depicted as apes.
No, I didn't make a mistake.
Aboard Air Force One, the president...
No, I didn't make a mistake.
It says he won't apologize for posting a video which included racist imagery of the former president and first lady.
I didn't see the whole thing. I am, by the way, the least racist president you've had.
Of course I am. I'm the least.
In a long time.
Initially, the White House defended the president's post, but later backtracked, deleting it 12 hours later, blaming the post on an unnamed staffer. Lawmaker condemnation was swift and bipartisan.
He should apologize. And perhaps most importantly, he should pledge to do better.
The GOP's only black Republican Senator Tim Scott of South Carolina called the post the most racist thing I've seen out of this White House.
Well, that's pretty, Tim Scott's pretty well respected, too, in the Republican circles.
The president also under fire this weekend for freezing funding to one of the nation's largest infrastructure projects. Late Friday, a federal judge ruling the Trump administration must temporarily unfreeze.
And you know what? I'm not trying to somebody in chat said it's only racist if you make it racist. I'm not saying it's racist. It's just wrong. I'm not saying Trump is racist. I'm not saying the post probably was racist, but it's just wrong. It's in today's world we live in, it's just wrong.
$16 billion in funding for the Gateway Tunnel project, linking New York and New Jersey by rail. According to multiple reports, the Trump administration told Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer the funds would be released if Penn Station in New York City and Dulles Airport in Virginia were named after President Trump.
See, is that for real? Is that for real? Is that real? I'm going to release the funds if you name two big buildings after me. Come on, man.
The president claims the idea wasn't his.
He suggested that to me. Chuck Schumer suggested that to me about changing the name of...
Yeah, because Chuck knows how to work the system. He knows you're egotistical ass. It's almost clickbait for you. Schumer knows that. Hey, we'll name we'll name an airport and one of the largest, Penn Station, which is one of the largest, I think,
Penn Station is one of the big ones.
Well, yeah. And we're going to name that and an airport after you, Donald. Now, can we have the funding? Of course you can now. Schumer just knows how to work them.
Penn Station to Trump Station. Dulles Airport is really separate.
Leader Schumer called the president's statement an absolute lie. Meanwhile, nearly 1,000 construction jobs are on the line as work stopped at the site on Friday amid the ongoing battle over funding. Jerika?
Willie James Enman reporting from West Palm Beach tonight.
I think this is Caroline Levitt, right?
Yeah.
And then she pivots that, the monkey postings are depicting the Obamas as monkeys. And then she pivots that on how well the stock market's doing. Now, the stock market, that's a whole nother conversation. That's great. You're doing awesome.
And the Trump RX.
And TrumpRx.gov. Those are two great things. But let's not, slough off a not so great thing.
Look, Laura, it was a meme that was posted by a staffer on the president's Truth Social account. It was from a Lion King video depicting, as you pointed out, different Democrats as different animals. I think Kamala Harris was depicted as a turtle in this video meme. The president did take it down. He spoke with lawmakers today out of respect for them, including Senator Tim Scott. The post was removed. But leave it to the leftist media, of course, to talk about this all day, rather than talk about the fact that the Dow has broken over 50,000 points.
Why can't we talk about both of them? We got plenty of time.
for the first time in our nation's history, rather than talk about what President Trump did last night, launching TrumpRx.gov, which is
both great things, really good things.
First of its kind, amazing, beautiful website for direct-to-consumer drug purchases for the American people to go to TrumpRx.gov right now and to purchase prescription drugs that are at a much lower cost, sometimes more than 600% less, because of the successful deals that this president negotiated with pharmaceutical companies. It's great news.
Yeah. It's phenomenal news. Actual solutions to problems that other politicians have kicked down the road for years and years. But it's not just Democrats. There are Republican senators, Pete Ricketts, others saying, "Look, we understand it was us, but the president should just come out and apologize for it and say, look, this was a mistake. Sorry."
That's all he's got to do. Like, it's not a big deal. You're like, hey, listen, you know what? I didn't see the entire video. I saw the front part of it. I did not know that the Obamas were depicted as monkeys. I did not know that. I don't feel that way. I am personally going to pick up the phone and call Barack. When we made our exchange back on my first administration, Barack was very gracious, and I have no problems with him. And that was a huge mistake. I will personally call the phone, pick up the phone, and apologize to him and his wife. And let's move forward. And did you know that the stock market broke 50 and that we got, up to 600% discounts on various prescriptions that the big pharma has been gouging you for years? I mean, right? That's all you got to do. That's very presidential.
But Bubba, if you're President Bubba, we'll just call you Mayor Bubba, okay? Say you're mayor of Tampa now.
I'd love to be.
And
Yes.
you put out, one of your guys, Macho puts in a post on your X account depicting Mark Ober as something very, very, very negative. That is
you got to in order to make the analogy work, Dan, you have to pick an African American.
No, I'm not picking an African American.
Well, then it doesn't correlate with what happened here. It has to be an African American. It has to be.
I'm not saying you're putting Mark Ober in a baboon costume. I'm just saying something that is, just offensive, an offensive video. And
but in order,
are you gonna go in and say, oh, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. I absolutely made a mistake. But are you gonna really really butter up Mark Ober and say, I realized it was a mistake. Mark Ober's a good guy.
And listen, unless you can come up with an analogy that has
say Mark Ober was black and
he's not black.
Okay.
You're gonna have to find me an influential black person that is well liked in this area that
you absolutely despise, though. It has to be someone that you like Trump.
I don't know that
hates Obama. In Trump's mind, Obama tried to have him ousted as president back in 2016. Obama tried to throw him in jail. So he absolutely hates Barack Obama.
Again, if you can find that African American that I absolutely hate, and we can use that analogy, then I can play your game. But I can't play your game if we're talking about somebody that's my same ethnicity. It has to be, let's say Titus O'Neil, the most beloved African American in Tampa, one of them.
After Derek Brooks,
or Mike Evans, or Derek Brooks, Keith or Chris Godwin, Warren Sapp, so somebody that's liked in this area. If my administration was to depict them as a monkey, I would immediately say, one, they're fired, and then two, or they're going to go through some sensitivity courses. I can't fire Macho Man; he's unfireable. But Macho Man would never do that. But I would say, they're going to go through some sensitivity, and I have personally picked up the phone to Titus O'Neil or Warren Sapp or Derek Brooks or Rondé Barber or just the very influential and well received and liked African Americans in our community. And I've picked up the phone and I've personally apologized to them. I gave them how this happened. I wasn't. Somebody say I'm missing your point. How am I missing his point? His point has to be much like what the point we're speaking about. And if Donald Trump had made, J.D. Vance a monkey, it wouldn't be a problem. But you has to be white leader makes African American depicted as a monkey or a primate. That's the point.
If it offended anyone, why not?
What's so hard with saying I'm sorry? I mean,
I think it's a Peter Cetera song. It's hard for me to say I'm sorry, but I just want
when he broke away from Chicago and he was Peter Cetera, solo artist.
He didn't need those pricks when he was doing the Karate Kid soundtrack.
Well, look, I won't get ahead of the president, Laura, and he may be speaking with the press later today, but he did take down the post. And again, this is merely a distraction for the fake news media.
It's not a distraction. It happened. It's not a distraction.
It was wrong. And it was taken down, and it should be, I don't know if we should talk about it for the next 3 years.
I'm not. I'm just talking about the fact that it happened on Friday, and he refuses to apologize. That's what I'm talking about. I disagree. I think that it was a problem, and I think that he should apologize. I think it would be more presidential and more leader-like to apologize. But maybe he feels it shows weakness. To me, it just shows that he's a prick, and that he has zero decorum, and he doesn't care.
X last night from the fact that this week it was revealed 0 illegal aliens were released into our country again for 9 months in a row. Another historic achievement of this administration. The fact that this week we saw the data murder rates in this country the lowest since 1900. I mean, these are unbelievable results on behalf of all
great things. All great things.
Americans, regardless of race, religion, or creed, whether they live in a red state or a blue state. And we fight extremely hard here every single day to get the fake news media to pay attention to the wins and the achievements that I see this president firsthand working around the clock.
And the thing about it is the fake news media, what happened wasn't fake. It happened. It wasn't.
She was being asked about it on Fox News. I mean, I guess it was more than just a left-wing issue.
Right. I mean, when Fox News is holding your feet to the fire, when Fox News asks, why can't the president just say he's sorry? When Tim Scott says it's one of the most disturbing and racist things that you've ever seen come out of the White House, I think at that point, your party is looking for a little more than just a slough off. I think they're looking for a little bit more than that, in my opinion.
No, I looked at it, I saw it, and I just looked at the first part. It was about voter.
Now, here's the other thing. Did a staffer do it, or did you do it?
Well, Stafford did it.
Well,
no one's arguing that point. No one's arguing that point.
That doesn't seem like what he's saying. He's saying that he looked at it.
Yeah, he looked at part of it, not all of it. A staffer posted it.
No, I looked at it, I saw it, and I just looked at the first part. It was about voter fraud in someplace, Georgia. There was a lot of voter fraud, 2020 voter fraud, and I didn't see the whole thing. I guess during the end of it, there was some kind of a picture that people don't like. I wouldn't like it either, but I didn't see it. I looked at the first part, and it was really about voter fraud in and the machines, how crooked it is, how disgusting it is. Then I gave it to the people. Generally, they look at the whole thing, but I guess somebody didn't, and they posted, and we took it down, and we turned it. But that was a voter fraud that nobody talks about. They don't like to talk about that post. We took it down as soon as we found out about it. No, I looked at it.
And then this particular deal. This guy wins a gold. By the way, Trump called him an absolute. He's a real loser. So now you're calling Olympic athletes that represent our country, that get a gold medal, that have an opinion about our country. And this guy never said a bad word about the president. He just talked about the direction of the United States, and the president, first in on it, Truth Social, called this guy a real loser. Again, Dan, I think you mentioned the word decorum, and he has none. With regards to being, I love some of crime's down, immigration's down, gas prices are down. The economy seems to be getting better. The Dow Jones hit 50,000 for the first time in the history of our country. TrumpRx.gov is reducing big pharmacy, in some instances 600% on medication people use. All great things.
Which is impossible, by the way. You can't reduce something by 600%.
Well, they're claiming
I know,
that. They're claiming that. And so this guy here, I mean, he obviously, is not happy. Listen, I'm not necessarily happy with some things that are happening in our country right now. Does that make me a loser as I've represented our country and I just won a gold medal for my country?
Well, I have two questions. Well, one of them, Dan, is can you give me hair like this guy if I came to your office?
It's nice hair.
This is
nice
beautiful
hair.
This is just.
He'll be bald in 10 years, but right now he looks great.
Yeah,
Seth said he's got so much hair envy going on right now. It's pathetic.
I never thought I'd have hair envy, but yeah. But here's the thing, Bubba. I agree that these guys can, speak and say whatever they want and use their platform. But there are a lot of people, because I have seen the other side, there are a lot of people that say, if you aren't all in on America, why go represent America? Somebody will say, let somebody else take your spot. That's what other people are saying.
Well, because, realistically, in this sport that he's in, this is the biggest thing he can do.
The snowboarding?
Yeah. Outside of this, when's he going to get publicity?
Oh, okay, yeah.
I also believe, Seth, that when you are representing America, you have a duty to represent America and support it. I don't think that Olympians should use that particular platform to criticize their own country. I think it's wrong. I don't think an Italian athlete should criticize Italy. I don't think a British athlete that wins a gold medal should be pissed off about all the immigration that's going on in England.
But what if Israel was getting booed? What if somebody from Israel is like, man, I really just wish that we could, get some peace and we could just stop, killing people and all this stuff. Like, would that be?
Yeah, but saying that my country sucks, they're a bunch of murderers.
Well, I don't think hold on. My opinion. Let's listen to what he said.
Okay.
Brings up mixed emotions to represent the U.S. right now, I think. It's a little hard. There's obviously a lot going on that I'm not the biggest fan of, and I think a lot of people aren't. I think for me, it's more I'm representing my friends and family back home, the people that represent it before me, all the things that I believe are good about the U.S. I just think if it aligns with my moral values, I feel like I'm representing it. Just because I'm wearing the flag doesn't mean I represent everything that's going on in the U.S. So yeah, I just kind of want to do it for my friends and my family and the people that support me getting here.
For almost 25 years,
Should you treat it like it's a company? Like if you're representing a company,
that's how I treat it. Like, remember when the girl soccer team, was it 4 years ago? They were so anti-American during their run. I'd have canned them all and sent them home.
They were very much different than this guy.
I agree.
Anti-American? Did they want money? Did they want to be equal pay?
They were also anti-American.
I think this guy was about as classy as he could be without mentioning names and specifics. I think he said, I'm proud of on the moralistic side of what I feel, but he didn't dog America enough for the president of the United States to call him a complete loser. I'm just saying.
I think that his protest and his disagreement with the country was done about as politely as he possibly could have done it. I don't know that I would have picked this guy as the one to attack, because I'm sure someone else is going to say something a lot worse than him over the next 2 weeks.
There was another guy that said F ice and urine. That was I feel like it was maybe another one of the guys.
But we got our president that's just monitoring the Olympics and calling all of our athletes who might not necessarily align with him losers. I just don't think it's a good look. I think you're the leader of our country.
Somebody better win a gold medal and bust out the Trump dancer. He ain't going to watch the rest of these games.
Want to listen to the show on demand and on the go? Enlist today at BubbaArmyHQ.com. Sign up and start listening. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be back after this.
Even my friend Dawn, God damn, get the red dick out of your fucking mouth and have some common sense.
That's like how I used to get teabagged on Twitch my first time around.
Jesus Christ.
So did you see the video of it?
What video?
Gus Kenworthy pee and fuck ice in the snow?
No, I didn't see a video. I only saw pictures. There's an actual video.
Just have common sense.
I don't want to see a guy pissing in the snow, man. It's really unsettling. Snow should be pure.
That's right. It's actually impressive that he was able to write that.
Yeah, I'm on. That's why I feel like maybe he used lemonade. No way you got enough piss to write, fuck ice like that.
Yeah.
Man, Sotera's a real legend. Hold me now.
Yeah, I mean, listen. That's pretty impressive that he was able to hold his drips in between.
What's
He said that he peed this
He
message.
Oh, he peed in the snow message?
You fuck ice, yeah. This fucking thing was all over the place yesterday. That damn $180 whatever that food thing was. I mean, everybody. I saw this like Friday, but everybody is posting it over the weekend.
$180 hamburger.
It's something fucking stupid.
Yeah, it's $180.
Was it a burger? I saw there was like a bone in it or something.
It's supposed to be for 4 people.
Oh, please.
They would order it. You would order it, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah. One of those gold burgers every month.
I'm kind of Super Bowled out.
Me too.
When you get down to it, it just sucks your team's not in it.
Exactly.
Phoebe's like, oh, it's kind of nice not having the stress of your team being in it. I go, so you're saying you would rather the Bears not be in the Super Bowl? She's like, no. I go, you want the fucking stress.
Listen, it's on to the hockey and baseball, you know. The White Sox.
Oh, we're going to have a lot of high pressure situation games this year. We have the first pick in the draft. I'm stoked.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Did you get that from
From being bad. The White Sox.
Oh, I thought you meant the Chicago Bears.
No.
I'm like, how the fuck the Bears get them?
No.
Bears should be picking like 20th.
Like 25 or something.
Do they pick from high school?
They pick high school.
High school, yeah. Baseball does,
They
yeah.
don't really pick many high schoolers. They're just absolutely.
Picking more college kids now.
Still high school guys, man. I never understood how, like projecting a 17-year-old to be the next Fernando Tatis Jr. or something. It's crazy how they're able to do that.
Well, because if you look at it with Bryce Harper, now they get these kids fucking started at, I'm saying like 16, they're already in college.
Harper never went to college at all?
He went to JUCO at 16.
Okay. There hasn't been anybody like Bryce Harper though. Did Strasburg? Was he in college?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is why he had some arm problems.
Oh yeah, too much. Yeah.
It seems like the college guys after about 30 they wear and tear in their arms. Because the college guys will just the college coaches will just blow your arm.
Dude, honestly,
pitchers.
You should look at a pitcher like you do running backs. If you can get 5 good years out of a pitcher now, I mean,
it's almost looking like that's what they're doing. It's like 5 good years and then really like.
Yeah, or you
go
to the bullpen or something, but
you could maybe be like a setup guy or maybe a closer.
Yeah, but it's like, I don't know if you can
get 5 or 6 years out of these guys before they're.
I think as a starter,
yeah, especially if they go to college.
I mean, I don't but Paul Skeens can probably do this for 10 years.
It's like John Smoltz. Remember John Smoltz went to the bullpen and became a stud closer.
Smoltzy. Did he close? Yeah.
Hey guys, want to get lucky this Valentine's Day? Relax, we got you covered. Because when it comes to romance, it's all about the box. Set the mood, turn the lights down, get on the comfortable couch. With the box, you'll see things you've never seen before. Thrilling, hot and steamy, smooth, slow burn romance that actually works. Whether it's heart-pounding action, edge-of-your-seat games, or movies that say, don't go to bed yet. The box delivers. This Valentine's Day, don't overthink it. Bring home the one thing that never disappoints. Visit getabox.com. Use promo code BUBBA for $25 off your new box. Every channel, every game, every movie ever made. Getabox.com, promo code BUBBA.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show, listener supported via PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App. All at the Bubba Army now returns.
Sean Umshield, amateur drag racer, or I should say street car racer. What? No way. That guy, who's a social media guru, will be on the show about 9:15. Was hand-delivered him courtesy of my good friend Justin Nunley out of Fort Walton Beach. And he's got a huge following as well.
Sure does.
So this is my new favorite sport.
Oh.
I don't know who sent this to me, but did you? Thank you.
This has 30 million views. It just got posted on like Friday or Saturday.
I can see why, because my Lord, this is as brutal as it gets. I don't know what it's called.
Dumb.
You think this is dumb?
Well, they make a big deal about concussions and make it puts a fine in football, NFL, and then you get this with
they're streaming it live on Kick.
Yeah.
Kick's their broadcast partner, and it's just two dudes that you might as well call it the battering ram game, because they're like two rams that go right into each other. Do you win? Lummy, is the winner determined by who gets knocked down and who stands up or who goes back the furthest?
Yeah,
is that how it goes?
I have no idea how anyone can take this and get up. The force.
He has a football.
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah.
Jeez. Now, Dan, this cannot be, as a doctor and neurologist, I'm just saying, this cannot be good.
No.
Oh my God. Now, Lummy, a lot of people thought that when slap boxing, the Slap Network came out, and they thought that was brutal, and that's really just kind of been accepted now as kind of a norm, and it's doing quite well. But this is I think next level barbarian.
Look at this. That is textbook.
So you want to get your shoulder in the guy's jaw. That's the whole point. You get that lead shoulder, the opposite of the ball shoulder, in the guy's jaw, and he goes down. Look at right there. It goes boom, right for the face.
Lummy, I want to see you play this game. We should do this at the BRN. I mean, this first one's about as brutal as it gets, right here. I mean,
we're definitely evolving as a society.
Yeah,
That's what they do in football practice. They used to do this all the time in football practice.
But you had pads on.
Pads and helmet. That makes a big difference.
Yeah, now they stop it. They don't allow it anymore.
How are you not getting paralyzed on the spot? I feel like this is
Dan, would it paralyze you?
It could. No, this is a horribly dangerous sport. I'm not a big fan of the slapping either. I think that's a stupid sport.
Yeah, that is.
Oh, my man.
I mean, it's a great spectator sport. I mean, it's dramatic to watch.
Yeah,
we've never seen this.
You don't want to be if you're a doctor and a spectator, they're going to call you into action to do some CPR, man.
New combat sport league where heavyweights just sprint full speed right into each other. I don't even know what it's called.
Run Nation. It's out of Australia.
Oh man,
It is brutal.
Those rugby guys, they're tough.
Yeah, it's like a rugby ball too, isn't it? That's not a regular football. It's a rugby ball. That's why it looks a little bigger.
This is, of course, everybody's been talking about it. Lindsey Vonn, 2 weeks ago during practice, had a wipeout, had to be airlifted. At that point, she was kind of nursing a formerly torn ACL repair.
Her ACL is gone.
Yeah,
Her
yeah.
ACL is 100% gone.
Well, I mean, now it is, but
no, it was before. When she got injured a couple weeks ago, she had no ACL.
Oh,
Yeah, she tore it.
Yeah.
Complete tear, full tear.
So then
a week
she was
ago.
gonna. So then Seth, she was gonna compete the Olympics with no ACL.
Yes,
just a brace.
And this was her first attempt at it.
But before we do this, she did 2 trial runs and did great on them. In fact, I think she had the best time on the second practice run. So she was competitive. She had a real chance of getting another gold medal going into this.
Yeah, I mean, so before this event, she had gone down 2 other times, 2 practice runs. Like all the, they give everybody gets a couple practice runs, and on her second practice run, she was P1, position 1, where she was the fastest. So everybody was really feeling pretty good that she would be able to, with her knee brace, be very competitive to the fact that she was at the top of the leaderboard after practice. So this was officially her first run of the meet, right? Like this was
the race. They had 2 practice runs and then the race.
Right.
For Lindsey Vonn, the 41-year-old U.S. skier crashed out of the women's downhill on Sunday. Vonn, making a remarkable comeback after a serious knee injury, caught her ski pole in a gate early in the run, lost control and landed awkwardly before being pitched back down the slope. Fans and teammates watched in shock as medical personnel rushed to her side. Vonn, the 2010 downhill champion, had hoped to become the oldest alpine Olympic medalist.
Oh, can you find? I thought I had footage of it. There's a ton of footage of it.
Oh, yeah. My heart goes out to her. I, hope it's not as bad as it looked, and I know, how difficult it is to
Yeah, she broke her leg, right, Seth?
And I didn't see this at all, but Tuttle told me this. I guess he said she was mic'd up, and you could hear her screaming in pain afterwards.
Oh.
I haven't looked for that at all. I wouldn't want to hear it, but Tud said that she was mic'd up for that.
Let me see if you can find that as
to
well.
ski this course, and how sometimes because you love this course so much, when you crash on it and it hurts you like that, it hurts that much worse. And so, my heart just goes out to her.
We're such a tight group. Lindsey has really been obviously a huge friend and mentor for all of us, and just seeing her go down like that, it really sucks. It doesn't change anything about her legacy. She's a fighter, and that's the way that she's going to go out and ski every time.
And they're saying a broken leg, right?
Yep.
Broken leg. So here is, and to me it looks like I don't really see what happened, what went wrong. Somebody said that her ski pole may have
hooked a flag.
The whole arm. Her whole right side of her body hooked the flag, and she was in the air when it happened, so it started rotating her.
Oh, okay.
So if you're in the air and the right side hits something, you start rotating clockwise, and there's nothing to stop it.
Handskarna är ifrån hennes stora idol, Pick Up Street, som hon körde med i 90-talet när hon vann sina segrar.
Of course, let me find me the Mexicans feed.
De har
The Bad Buddy feed.
på sig.
So is
well, we don't want to get a copyright. Hopefully,
that's
helps.
right. Right, the Mexican deal.
Talet när de
So this
vann
is.
sina segrar. De
Hold on here. Right here.
She went up a little too high.
So she went up just a little too high, cut that corner a little too much, and then her right pole hits this flag, and that's just enough as you're getting airborne to rotate, causing you to have to probably not land evenly, right, Dan?
Yeah.
Putting all the pressure on that left leg.
On the outside edge.
And which snaps it. Oh, yeah, so you can see her, or you can clearly see that flag is down.
And her right arm is behind her.
And her right arm is trailing behind her.
Now she rotates. She did not want to rotate there.
She wanted to keep her body,
straight. Skis pointed down.
Oh, so it's probably her right leg that broke, right?
Well, I don't know. Let's see how she lands. Okay. See, here's what happens. Now you have problems because as you're coming down, your skis are pulling one way, your body's going another way, and it starts twisting, and you have no idea what's going to happen now. And they tighten these skis so much in the downhill that they don't pop off like normal people's skis.
So at this point, Dan, I would say maybe Let me, is it reported what leg it was?
Left leg.
It was her left leg.
Usually it's the down leg that gets hurt the worst. Yeah, because you land on the outside of that ski and it just catches and you keep going.
And there's not even like a frame in between this. Like, right there.
Right there.
Right there. So this is the leg that snapped right here.
Mm-hmm.
Hey! Nay. Ah.
Nay, Seth. Nay.
I think that was no.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Part of Shanae.
I sent you the audio. It's only audio only of her, I guess, screaming.
Yeah, audio's fine. And it's her, and this comes, and thank you, Tuds, for the heads up on this. Oh, here we go.
The years of watching her, she will ski at her limit. The tone is set right here. Oh my goodness, no! Oh my goodness.
She put it all on the line and wasn't to be.
Is that her screaming?
Doesn't sound like it. It sounds like someone foreign screaming.
It was just clearly all in from the get-go. Vaughn approached that like there was no tomorrow. And while that is her legacy, that is why she's been injured so many times.
Like Seth said, this particular viral clip has just been going crazy. And this is $180 hamburger that you could get at the Super Bowl yesterday. And it looks like kind of almost a bone-in ribeye hamburger, right? And it's $180. But it's meant to, I think, feed 4, right? Is that what they said, Lummy?
Yes. It will run you $180 at the Super Bowl. They call it the LX Burger. An entire bone-in beef
actually looks pretty damn good.
Shank covered in a mountain of cheese, topped with fresh brioche bread, local hand-shucked oysters from Hog Island.
Ew, on the oysters.
Oyster Company with all of the fixings. Silicon Valley nachos, beef brisket, pork chorizo, queso, one of my favorite bites of the day. Doritos loaded triangles filled with chive cheese, Dorito.
Oh, these are all the foods that were offered at the game. So far, Mom, I'm in on the $180 hamburger if I can go in, maybe halvesies or somebody with somebody.
Crunch and Cool Ranch dip. Look at this beef cheddar, slow cooked for 12 hours. What more can you ask for? Rooftop vegan cheesesteak is made from plants grown on top of Levi Stadium. That's right, they have a garden no one knows about. This is Dungeness crab on top of hand-cut potato chips. The dim sum duo, shrimp hargao with chili crisp.
I wonder, Dan, if this is just the stuff that was offered to the suite owners, or this was stuff that you could actually walk up, to the vendor area and get.
That's an excellent question because
this seems like to me this would be like suite owner stuff.
Yeah, or maybe not suite, but like club level stuff.
Club level stuff, yeah.
And their char siu.
Like if you're sitting up here in the 900 section, I don't know if you're gonna be able to get some of this stuff, right?
Yeah, you're not getting the $200 hamburger with the oysters.
The Chinatown Fortune Cookie Espresso Martini. Last but not least, the SF Sticky Buns, prepared fresh, cream topped, melt in your mouth, sugary goodness.
That's good. I do. Yeah, it's a shame because the Bucs could never do food like that at a stadium. It's just the Tampa Stadium food service is just sad.
Do they have a particular vendor or contract with a food company? Okay.
Aramark. And they flounder. I don't understand because Philadelphia has that, and they have great food at their stadium.
Why couldn't Jeff Garagante form a catering company and scale it to be able to handle, the Bucs food? I mean, Jeff.
It's all about getting paid. That's why the rest of the stadiums have Vinnick Group. The Vinnick Group does a good job at getting different food caterers in there.
You're talking about where the Lightning play.
Yeah, VSG run a lot of the stadiums pretty much outside of Raymond James.
Mm-hmm. But like the Phillies play in Philadelphia, their stadium is run by Aramark, and they do all the food there, and they have amazing food, and they have pizza, and they got steak, and they got all kinds of restaurants. Well, it's still Aramark, but for some reason they care and they give it an S about what the people have to eat.
Is it the Glazers, you think?
No,
it's not the Glazers' fault.
It's just like a Cisco or U.S. Foods. Each house is different and have different buying power. So this Aramark has different deals that they have set up and buy from different purveyors.
But at the end of the day, there's probably a guy that is in charge of. There's a guy that works for Aramark, Ray J guy, that oversees all the food.
Yeah, to make sure the Cubans are dried out or gross and soggy, to make sure all the bread's been microwaved so it's so hard you can't chew it, to make sure all the other stuff that's supposed to be hot is cold and the stuff that's supposed to be cold is lukewarm. It sucks. The food at Tampa Stadium, absolutely, it's sinful how bad it is.
And you know what? A guy like you, along with all the other box holders, are probably the people that could get stuff done. You're the most influential affluent people in the entire. I mean, sweets and the sweet holders are the ones that can get stuff done. They don't care about the guy sitting in the 300 level mad about the dried out hot dog. They care about, Daniel, what does, not necessarily what you guys pay, but what does the average sweet for a person that wants to be a sweet holder at Ray J cost?
They're probably $250 to $300 now.
And that's
Lummi, aren't they close to that?
Yeah,
all right,
making that up.
About $250.
So
$250?
$250, and that's just the right.
That's no food.
Now, hold on, that's just 16 tickets for 8 home or 9 games.
16 tickets plus 2 club tickets.
That's it. That's
it's
it.
18.
That's all you get.
Did they not do any special food for the Super Bowl when the Super Bowl was here? Did they not bring anything in to try to step it up, or
nothing significant?
But what I'm saying, Dan, is obviously, if Frank Chevis or Jeff Garagante was in charge, why can't they, hire a big food guru to completely revamp the menu and make it?
They did, and it still sucked.
Well, it also
twice.
It depends on obviously what the Glazers or Raymond James, which it's historically known for being cheap, is what they put that budget on Aramark. So, Aramark is probably just working within their budget.
Within their budget, their margins have got to be unbelievable, considering how much does the biggest beer you can buy draft cost you, Lummi, in your club level section?
For $15.
$15.
Yeah.
I know for what is that, a 24-ounce beer?
Yeah.
All right, for a 24-ounce draft
can that
beer.
get you faded? Can that get you a little messed up there?
Not even close.
Oh, not even close.
Maybe you, Seth, and me.
Seth, you'd be on your ass with 2 of them.
Well, I'm saying I can get a joint for $5 and be high as hell, but if 15's not doing anything, I'm getting worried.
Well, you have to pay 30.
But Lummi, okay, so I don't know what the cost of a per ounce of draft beer is, but I guarantee you that $15 24-ouncer that they're charging you I guarantee you they got less than 50 cents in it.
Oh, easy. Easy.
For real. And
Well, Lummi already has talked about how he's already spent so much money on tickets for, the season tickets, and now you're really jamming up about how much he spends on beer. I feel like he's really regretting everything.
Lummi, can you sneak beers in at all?
No, you just sneak other things in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Like a Flizz-ask?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But it's ridiculous how bad Ray J's food is when you look at what Levi Stadium just put on for the Super Bowl. And we just had the Super Bowl here 2-3 years ago, and they really didn't do any really cool, extravagant stuff like that.
I think the Fair's got better food than Raymond James Stadium.
You're damn right, Seth. You're damn right. Absolutely. I'd rather
Fair.
eat the Fair food.
The Florida State Fair has better food selections than, a guy that's paying $300,000 for a luxury suite at Ray J Stadium.
Oh, but even just for the regular people, when I've gone to games at Raymond James Stadium, it got you're waiting in line for $17, shriveled, disgusting dry chicken tenders and fries, man. It's
soggy fries and dried out tenders. That's what they're serving in the box. I said they charge you $100 for that.
Yeah. So Seth, it costs you 17 ground level, but when they hike it up to Dan's box, it's
that's what it's a crime.
It's $1.25.
But I was bringing Dr. Dan a chicken sandwich every Sunday because his food was so bad. I was bringing a chicken sandwich.
It's inedible.
Lummi's entrance into listen, Dan Dan had a deal that he would sneak Lummy into his box if he would go down to the regular chicken sandwich stand and just buy a regular chicken sandwich, which Johnny 300 level can get, and then that would get Lummy the luxury of being in the box for the rest of the game. And the cost was one regular chicken sandwich,
which was like $12.
They can't even make ice cream that's good. Their ice cream sucks. How do you screw up ice cream?
Yeah, when I went there one time with Tyler, I told Tyler, I said, listen, get a couple chicken fingers and a diet or a regular Coke, because we're not going to be those guys that are in here, because Daddy Joe used to keep score. That guy's been back 3 times for chicken fingers, and we're on our 3rd bottle of Absolute. Steve, do something about it immediately.
I got scolded for eating too much last night.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, Rob had some friends over at his house last night, and someone's like, Dan, are you going to ever stop eating? Like, I ate for the first till halftime show.
Man, Dan.
I couldn't help myself. I just kept eating.
We know why, too. We're not going to mention it.
Yeah.
Has there been anything developed, Lummy? We're going to talk about the Bad Bunny situation here momentarily, but I figured we hit the Nancy Guthrie deal. Has there been any news at all that we don't know? I mean, the longer we go and the more that these ransom people will not give you proof of sign of life, probably the more dimmer this looks.
Well, I think they were checking the sewer system around their property.
When they're checking your septic tank system for mom, that's probably not a good sign.
I thought they wanted to make sure they weren't flushing more than 2 wipes at a time.
They were also they were also released a video yesterday saying that they will pay.
Yeah.
So,
but how pissed would you be if you could have paid $1 million last week and now it's $6 million?
I don't know. How mad would you be that if you pay that $6 million and Grandma's already been sitting through the wood chipper?
Yeah.
The reason, one of the things that was interesting about what happened to me on Saturday was we were able to get the video because Bella had actually paid the subscription on those Ring cameras. And so as a PSA, if you have a Ring camera, make sure it's up to date and your subscription's up to date, because you're not going to have that footage if something actually bad happens.
Yeah, if you pay the subscription, which it's pretty minimal, you can it keeps, I don't know how many events for how long, on the hard drive, then you can go back and easily access them. But if you don't, it's real time, and if you don't catch it real time, you don't get it, right?
Yep.
Something like that.
And that's why we were able to get the videos of that guy, going into the back of the house.
We'll touch on the Guthrie deal and start breaking down the Bad Bunny gimmick next.
If you liked that segment, then you'll definitely like the new redesigned BubbaArmyHQ.com. We'll be back to the Bubba the Love Sponge show after this.
Oh, it looks like the Ray J did change their purveyor.
Who? Ray James?
Yeah.
What, this year? They did it a couple of years ago and it still sucked.
Yeah. They kept the same stuff. They changed it to Legends.
From Aromatic?
Yeah.
When? This year?
It looks like 2019.
But Airmark's doing it now.
Is Airmark back?
Yeah.
Oh, they must have come back. Legends did it with the same staff as Airmark when they were prior, same issues. They kept everyone the same, just changed the food purveyor. Same staff and have a cheap budget, which is why Legends or Sunburner is better, and Benchmark's better.
What's up? Big E, John, Izzy Bradley. Dirk Merchant. Blue 84. What's up, Carly Hall? Tina May. Bob Ho. Great White. Don't need Darko. Machiavelli, you're not being very Machiavellian in your comments.
It's over between Cardi B and Stephon Diggs.
It's over?
The
Yeah.
Kardashians fucking Lewis Hamilton?
Kim is.
Mm-hmm.
Girl knows how to pick rich guys.
He didn't have as much money as her.
Huh?
He didn't have as much money as her.
Oh, he's close to a billionaire.
Was she? Oh, okay. Well, then they might be close.
He's close.
But he's got euros or pounds or whatever it is.
They don't spend the same. Might as well be Ethereum.
Let's see.
If I was that rich, last thing I did was fuck that trashed out fucking girl. Just fucked everyone.
That's the rite of passage for being rich, I think, is to being able to hook up with her.
Or the other girl that the P. Diddy was passing around?
Cassie?
Didn't she fuck a bunch of guys like that? Like 4 or 5?
He had her.
Music moguls?
Oh, yeah, she was with 50 Cent.
Right, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. It's like there's a couple girls like that that just get passed around.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be really proud of it.
Well, you know, it was that way at the Bone. You know, there was only a couple of groupies that everybody ended up fucking.
Street Glide Street, 53 months.
For real?
Oh my god, dude, it was fucking disgusting between who the people on the morning show and the afternoon show would fuck.
Dave the Slave, 89 months.
Including American Idol.
Great, I don't have a dog waste.
You ever hear about that one?
2 acres doesn't matter where they shoot.
No.
Yeah, I got that one.
Good morning.
I got that one to play one of these days.
Oh wow. I don't even know what that. I don't even know what it could be.
I have it.
Saying Bad Bunny's going to be at WrestleMania.
Oh.
When the sign said long-haired freaky people need not apply.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show, listeners supported via PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App, all at the Bubba Army, now returns.
Need not apply.
If you were to predict, because none of us know. I mean, I think we all would agree right now, none of us really know. But if you were to predict where this Nancy Guthrie thing ends, what would you be? You know, there's no right or wrong answer, and none of us really know. What would you say? Starting with Lummy, going around the room, ending with me. Where do you think?
They find her buried dead in her backyard. Done.
Do they find out who did it?
Yeah, I think it was one of the family members.
Dan, over to you.
I think they find her intact and everyone's happy and everyone's reunited and the bad people get their money and get away with it and life goes on.
Seth Kushner, over to you.
I think Kid Rock has something to do with this.
Was he lip syncing?
I'm just saying, I don't know where he was, just a couple of days before his Super Bowl performance. I don't know, Bubba. They're saying that, the sister, the brother-in-law, people are breaking down the tape, saying that she's referencing Silence of the Lambs. They're saying that she's talking like that her mom's dead and they want her body returned. Like, I can't get a feel for everything that's coming out. Looking in the septic tank, they said there's a camera on the roof. It's one of the more odd stories that I think we've seen. I have no idea how this could possibly conclude.
Yeah, I'm with you. There's a part of me that says what Dan says and they find her. There's a part of me that says that they find her dead. There's a part of me that says...
what's the motive to killing her, though?
There's no advantage to killing her. The only way that she died is if it was an accident. Not an accident, she was, withheld her medications, and it was unintentional. I don't think they tried to kill her or were trying to kill her. It doesn't make sense. There's no value
Director
to that.
Chris Swecker. Chris, thank you for joining us. So much here. I think off the top here, let's ask about the video last night. You can throw it up against some of the stuff we've learned today, but what's your response to that video?
No, they've been on 3 different financial deadlines, and they've missed them all. And it's not because the Guthries won't pay. It's because the bad guys won't give them, the
account number to pay.
Yeah, it's really pretty wonky on how they're not very good hostage negotiators. I'll tell you that right now.
Last night from the family.
Right. I think they're playing this out. This is about all they have right now, and they are, they're making it very clear that they will pay. The question really is, and I'm very skeptical of this, is this really a kidnapping? Does somebody really have her, and is she really alive? And I don't think we have the answers to that question right now. I don't think her proof of life has been credibly authenticated at this point. So I think, you see them searching other places. You see them searching in the backyard there at that so-called manhole. They're still rounding out the investigation, and so I think they're giving some leeway for some possibility that this is not a kidnapping. And as I said, I'm very skeptical that it is one in the first place.
Chris, I want to go off of that. If not a kidnapping, then what do you think this could possibly be? Obviously, we're all just speculating. None of us have all the answers. But, my ears did perk up when you said that this could potentially not be a kidnapping. Can you please explain further what you mean by that?
Well, if this was a kidnapping, it would be a very simple matter to authenticate and provide proof of life. Asking her a question that only she would know the answer to, or asking her to provide some information that only she would know. And the fact that the family hasn't paid the ransom at this point tells me that they're not to that point where they think this is a credible authentication, that they've had credible authenticators. So it could have been a home invasion that went bad. She's an 84-year-old woman living by herself out in the desert, no lights, maybe appear to be wealthy. So, and a lot of people come and go there. She's not doing her own lawn or taking care of her yard. She's not taking care of her pool. Somebody else does that. Repair people, delivery people. So there, we don't know, but it to me that you have to allow for the possibility that this was something more or something.
See, this guy makes an interesting point because it feels like the people that have taken her or that are doing this stunt or whoever's behind it or whatever, like they don't know what they're doing. They didn't have a very good plan. It's gotten away from them, so to speak. It's kind of gotten away from them, and they're just kind of throwing a bunch of crap against the wall, see what sticks. It's not a highly organized or even a person that's ever done this before. So like a pool guy or an AC repairman or some person that would, obviously when you have a place this nice in Arizona, it requires, like Dan, you always, a house your size, you always have something, some repair, somebody at your house doing something.
All the time.
All the time. So her house, I think it's quite large. It's a $4 or $5 million home, I think, in the foothills of Tucson that obviously her very successful and awesome daughter, Savannah, probably provided. And there's probably a lot of people in and out fixing stuff and things like that. And a couple of them got a hair up their ass. I don't think it's family members. I think family members would be maybe a little bit more organized, or I don't know. I think this is a couple of handymen or a couple people that have been in and out of the house and grabbed her, and now they're like, okay, what do we do now? Like, because I don't think they're killers. I don't think they want to kill her. You don't want that on your conscience. I think there's a chance that she just they go in the middle of the country and they just drop her off with a cell phone and say, see you later, buddy, like in the middle of the night. And she's unharmed, and they get the hell out of there.
And flies a unicorn back to Arizona?
Maybe. I don't know.
It's never happening. She probably, but in all reality is at this point now, it's been a week. It's the chances of her being alive are slim. There's no book, there's no class you take on how to kidnap and successfully negotiate a ransom. So anyone that does this is doing it off the cuff of their pants, unless they're a former FBI agent and have done this on the other side for 10 or 15 years. So it's how do you become like a good kidnapper? You only get a chance to do it once, and then you usually end up dead at the end. So it's a tough situation.
Arena. It's a tough arena to navigate in because
you can't be good at it.
There's not a book on how to do it.
Yeah, the only ones that have the books are the FBI, because they have the books on how to negotiate against you, and the psychiatrists and the psychologists.
The only people that got the books are the people that are defending you.
Right.
I'm sorry, going after you.
But it was the person that went there. They have them knocking out all of the cameras. They have her.
Oh, they do?
They have her pacemaker. Yeah, they have her pacemaker being disconnected from her cell phone. I think, shortly around that time. So, I mean,
that sounds family-ish.
Well, just say it seems like, whatever they were doing, it looked like it was planned out, or they were familiar with it, or whatever. Neighbors said they had spotted somebody that was, in their yard or something a couple of weeks ago. It's just very odd stuff.
Yeah.
And photographs being taken at the home of Savannah's sister, Annie, the other daughter of Nancy. Do you see any significance there?
No, we're on the outside looking in on this. I mean, literally. And I'm not reading as much into what happens at that house, because I think the FBI is there quite a bit because they're working with them as a team, trying to work the kidnapping angle. And I think also at the same time they have to rule out, do everything they can to rule out that side of the family as a suspect. I mean, that's just the way it is. But I don't think that they are at this point, because I'll say this. There's a big investigative team here, a lot of different agencies there. I just don't think they could hold that in. At this point, 7 or 8.
Dan, do you think at this point, man, every family member has been questioned?
Oh, yeah, and more than once. And they're looking for consistencies. They're looking for body language. They're looking for, truthfulness. They're looking for consistency. And they're going to check their digital background and see if that matches up with what they said and their alibis. Everyone's getting checked.
Now, let's say you're the son-in-law, or you're the brother, or whatever, you're somebody that's being questioned, and you absolutely 100% did not do this. Like, you didn't, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But you bring a lawyer while you're being questioned. Does that, because, I mean, your brothers, Kevin Hazlett, Babyface, yourself, should say, man, no matter, anytime you talk to the cops, you should probably lawyer up. So,
yes.
But you're 100% innocent. You didn't do it. Your alibi checks out. Your digital footprint with regards to where your cell phone was pinging was where you say you were home. You have eyewitness people that saw you at home. Do you still bring a lawyer while you're being questioned?
Every time.
Really?
I would.
And you don't think that looks a little suspicious?
Maybe, and it'll be interpreted as such. But if you have a chance, Bubba, if you're getting questioned, you being very, very experienced in people trying to depose you and paint you into a corner and catch you with an I gotchas. And so you're going to always have a lawyer to protect yourself from any kind of.
But let's just say this. Let's
nonsense.
say my sister gets abducted this past Saturday night.
Let's just make it Tarek. Not your sister.
Make it who?
Your Tarek, her husband.
Oh, make it Tarek.
Tarek.
Okay, Tarek.
You
So
know what your sister.
let's say my brother-in-law gets abducted from their house in Tampa Saturday night at 9 o'clock.
Right.
Well, meanwhile, I was in Ocala.
Mm-hmm.
I have, there's probably all types of surveillance that shows me in Ocala on a grader. If you were to check my cell phone where it was pinging from Saturday night at 9 o'clock, it would show that I was in Ocala.
But we didn't see Merch Crick for 2 hours.
No,
you know what I'm
hold
saying?
on. You just hear me out. And Merch Crick's with me as well, and she's my alibi, and I got probably 100 people in the pits that saw me, 9 o'clock on Saturday night, and they want to question me, Monday about his disappearance. Now, I didn't do it. I was in Ocala. I got video surveillance showing me in Ocala. I got my cell phone pinging from Ocala. I mean, do I still bring a lawyer?
Yep.
Wow.
Because how do we know it wasn't just Gene Lasker with a Bubba mask?
I understand.
You could. We don't know.
But it automatically leads to kind of a guilty inference, doesn't it not? I mean, like, well, why did Bubba bring a lawyer if he was in Ocala?
Why do people take the fifth? That doesn't mean they're guilty. It just means they don't want to get incriminated. I know we like to say you take the fifth, you're guilty.
There would be leaks.
You're guilty.
And we're not hearing anything about.
I meant to pause it. Go ahead.
People have said for 20 years, if you take the fifth, you're guilty. Not necessarily. People say if you have a lawyer with you, you're guilty. Not necessarily. Some people just do it because they're smart and they don't want to be stuck into a legal loophole.
Chris, going back to your great point about providing proof of life and how that has not happened as far as we know. Earlier today, I was listening to some of the experts coming on our network, and they were sharing their perspective that at this point, the family they thought should not pay the ransom or offer communications like they were preparing to pay the ransom because it gave too much power and control over to the alleged kidnappers, because we think that's the scenario here.
I mean, man, you don't want to get into, as a family, negotiating and not paying the ransom, right? I mean, you're hoping you pay the ransom, they catch the bad guys, and you get your money back, is what you're hoping for. But if you're like, nah, we can't quite afford that, we're not going to pay it. I mean, you almost got to pay the ransom, right?
Yeah. Unless there's no proof of life, and you think you're just getting scammed, and she maybe already died. I mean, that's
go that far. Should the Guthrie family not be making indications that they're willing to pay if there has not been proof of life at this point?
Yeah, and yes, I agree with that. I don't think you appease and give them the power. I think I think that in this case, it is entirely up to the family whether they will pay to those Bitcoin coordinates, the $6 million. Remember now, it was one.
So it was $1 million. Now it's $6.
Yeah.
And $1 million not too long ago. All of a sudden it's $6 million.
Now that would be kind of an indicator that she's still living, right? Because it was $1 million, and now she's still alive, and you're getting more desperate. So now it's $6.
Just like that dog I tried to get from Maryland. It's part of the scam. It could easily be part of the scam. This could be a giant scam.
I really
think
there's
just pissing their money away into the abyss.
Third party here that's just playing with them, opportunists who think they can exploit this situation. And I think the family would have paid the $1 million if they had thought that there was a proper authentication. That they're talking about objects, floodlights, an Apple Watch, and a lot of that stuff.
I wonder. Reggie Roundtree texted me and said, of all the family members, who has been subjected to a lie detector test, or who's turned down a lie detector test, or has everybody been given a lie detector test?
Yeah, but I'd turn down a lie detector test no matter what.
Yeah, because there's no upside to that.
There's no upside. There's no upside. You took one, so that doesn't make you innocent. And if anything goes wrong, oh my God, he failed the lie detector test.
Right.
Could very well have been already out there on social.
Reggie Roundtree says she's dead.
Yeah.
Bubba, she's dead. Yep. Is what Reggie said.
I think if you had to split it up,
long time ago,
you're more likely which way. She's more likely than not dead at this point. And they never gave something that comes a way to pay the money.
Dan, when you get done talking, let me hit the thing. Then don't come back on there and when you're done, I'm going to hit it.
Okay. Well, your point was that they never gave him a mechanism of how to pay the money.
Yeah, they did. They did the Bitcoin.
They said they gave an address?
Yeah.
Okay.
From her personally.
Chris, just very quickly a follow-up, because you said you're still very skeptical that this even is a kidnapping, and you just suggested that maybe someone's out there exploiting the situation, messing with this family, which would be evil unto itself. So you think that potentially there is a separate crime involving Nancy and then unrelated someone exploiting it?
Right.
Like almost like a copycat kind of deal. Like there was a real crime done to Nancy, and now there's these opportunist copycat that have nothing to do with her abduction or killing that are trying to get rich on the deal. Boy, that's a slippery slope you're playing with.
I think that, I mean, we've already seen one arrest to that, very similar to that. Someone was arrested for a phony.
Oh, that's right. Remember, Lummy, they sent a phony ransom note, and the guy from California, and
Yes.
they went and got him already. He was a copycat.
Ransom demand. And, this wouldn't be the first time this ever happened. Believe me, this is not uncommon for someone to exploit the situation like this, as bad as it is. Yes, that's a separate crime.
Real quick on that, I just want to follow up on what Guy just asked you, because if that were the case, there's some sort of home invasion, she is no longer alive or what have you, it's not a kidnapping, and some random person is sending these messages. It seemed in that video that the family posted yesterday that they really genuinely believe that's who has their mom. Mm-hmm. What would the FBI's direction, if you would call it, to the family? Would you advise her to go ahead and post that video? That's where I get a little bit curious here, because we've had multiple people say basically what you have. At the same time, wouldn't you stop the family from putting such a video out if you weren't really sold that that was even who has her mom?
Lummy, was her new video that the family put out yesterday saying we'll pay?
Yeah, let me pull that up.
It was like a 20-second video.
Well, it's normal for the family to want to grab onto this, and I don't want to, dash their hopes.
Yeah.
We hope this is a kidnapping. Yeah. But and you have to play this out, and I think that's what they're doing. I don't think the FBI would tell them not to do that. They would leave it up to the family, because you really don't want to get involved in a decision making one way or the other here. That's that crucial. There may be enough indicators in these.
Man, I hope I never get kidnapped and they get a hold of Seth and start negotiating with Seth, because I'm a goner.
Ransom notes for them to have to play this out. They have to go through to the logical end here.
Chris Wecker, thanks so much for bringing your experience to the show tonight. Obviously, everyone's tuned in and hoping for a happy ending here.
Lummy, do you got the? I can smell Jay. Hello, Jay.
Jay's here, yeah.
Good morning.
Lummy, did you send me the?
Yeah, I sent you the
note from the family.
The 22nd.
That we'll pay.
Yeah.
Okay, is that right here?
It's one next to it.
How much does the daughter make a year?
I think.
Oh, it's got to be a lot. It's got to be $10 million a year, right?
Oh no, more probably
maybe 20.
Maybe more towards like 15 or something.
Yeah, she's 25 years NBC easy.
Alexa, what is Savannah Guthrie's salary?
Savannah Guthrie makes around $8 million per year.
Hey, that's a
She is
bargain.
worth an estimated $40 million
She needs Tom Bean.
We received your message, and we understand. We beg you now to return our mother to us so that we can celebrate with her.
That implies that she's alive.
What's that?
That implies that she's alive, that they think she's alive.
Right.
We want to celebrate with her. We just don't want to dance around her dead body. We want to celebrate with her. That's
Way we will have peace. This is very valuable to us, and we will pay.
But the bad guys are playing cute games and not giving them the address now, right? Right, Lummy? Is that where we're at now? Or the lack of communication?
Lack of communication.
And so when's the last time that they supposedly heard from the bad guy? Or the bad guys, I should say.
I believe, unless there's a new update, it's when they said they want $6 million now.
From $1 million?
Yes.
And you can only demand 6 when the commodity is still alive.
You need proof of life at that point, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me, when we return, we'll get into the Bad Bunny stuff. Jay, did you watch it?
I didn't want to give it the ratings, but I rewound it, so I guess I did.
So you watched it. You're familiar. You're familiar with it.
Oh yeah.
And Danny, you watched it.
Mm-hmm. I give you my 14-year-old's perspective of it.
I'd love that. That might be the only people that really cared for it. Seth, did you watch it? Did Sammy watch it? Did Phoebe watch it?
Yes.
Everybody did. Macho, did you watch it?
I was in the gym.
If you want a deep dive into the Bubba the Love Sponge show from the past, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com. We'll be back after these words.
By matching up faces. That's scary, dude. That guy was 6 foot. Hey, Lummy, you watch Megyn Kelly ever on YouTube?
Not really.
She's had a woman who's on the streets down there who's like a 30-year reporter who she's getting pretty good information from. I think it's definitely worth watching sometimes. They have little 10-minute clips, 15-minute clips, where she has, like I said, a very reputable female reporter. I can't remember her name right now. Bubba probably knows if she's all, but she's got an inside connection talking about the brother-in-law or the son-in-law. And
Well, who does she think?
well, they haven't spoken about it, but they took the sister's husband's car, the last car that she was supposedly in.
Oh.
They took that into custody as quote-unquote evidence. I mean, now, they probably do that in every case, I would imagine, but we still haven't heard anything. And they're focusing a lot of attention on Ann's house, the sister's house.
Check the.
I think what Bubba said is probably right. I think it's somebody, maybe a family member, maybe not, that knew enough about the cameras that something went wrong. They didn't mean to kill her. She's an old lady. She's frail. It wouldn't take a lot to kill an old lady by accident.
No. Just
They fall down. They hit their head. I mean, that's
Especially at 2 in the morning.
right. Maybe they thought they had an easy, I'm going to go in, going to go out, going to get the jewelry, going to take, but there's no signs of any kind of like theft or anything. It's so weird. Tell you what it made me do, Bubba, is get a subscription on my Ring camera.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was cheap and didn't have one. I got one now.
You mean like Bella?
Yes. Did you see that guy?
Yeah, I did.
53 months.
He just got done 32 days in jail for robbery.
Tony Darko.
What's up, Permagrom? Good morning, everybody. It was a really boring first half, wasn't it?
A boring game.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Should have given up to the field goal kickers.
He set a record. It was just amazing.
5 field goals.
Most field goals in a Super Bowl. Not
Hey,
the
he
record
should have
I
been the
wanted to see.
MVP.
Should have been.
Hey, you're right. He should have been.
Kenneth Walker had a great game, but if you put...
He scored 15 points.
Yeah, he scored 15.
The wind in San Fran, it's not like it's an easy kick.
No, did you see they were showing the graphic of it coming around swirling?
Yeah.
So yeah, he was on fire. They were one big play away the whole first half from getting a score, though. A couple of bad drops. It's just not a
Shit,
well
Super
played
Bowl, the
game.
whole thing sucked.
Some amazing defense. The Patriots defense in the first half was sick. Who
wants to watch a defensive game? It sucks.
All right. It's like watching a 0-0 soccer game.
Actually,
It's brilliant much.
some friends like I go surfing with it, and actually they're soccer freaks, and they're like, it was incredible. I'm like, what's incredible about 0-0? I'm like, that's the most useless waste of time ever.
17 points.
17.
Even the more reason to put a point.
Yeah. That's right. You know, typically the kicker is the highest scoring
team
player.
Yeah,
or not team, excuse me.
Grammatica was
Is that big leg?
was like the leading scorer for the Bucks for years.
Yeah. Thanks, Thomas Gilson. You are correct, sir.
Pulling into the track, climbing over it, cruising it, or along for the ride. You're always in it to win it, and you want to stay cool. Super Cool Performance. Superior protection against cavitation, corrosion, and erosion. Super Cool Boil Guard. Reducing operating temperatures by up to 20 degrees. Don't get beat by the heat. Visit redlineoil.com for products designed and engineered to keep you cool.
It's Bubba. Now for a word of caution. We now return to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Did you hear it?
Huh?
Oh, yeah.
So we all watched the Super Bowl 60. I was trying to stay awake to make it through halftime.
Me too.
Just so I could say, I didn't want to come here and be Johnny Expert and say it sucked, or I didn't like it, or I didn't appreciate it, or I didn't understand it, or I don't understand their reasoning on trying to put all of their entertaining effort on a demographic that could care less about the NFL football, about NFL in general. When we've now figured out, I think I hit it pretty much on the head when I predicted 800. It's $800. It's $750 to $800 for the average hardcore NFL fan to to be subscribed to every potential service needed to watch every potential game. And that used to be like $2.99 with DirecTV. Remember, you'd get everything.
NFL Network.
And NFL Network, it was originally just DirecTV. Then it was in DirecTV with NFL Network. And then then you obviously would get, your ESPN, which came with your cable subscription. And then they, started incorporating the streaming services and things like that. And now it's, $750 to $800 to be all in. And I got to think those are the people. The $800 P1s are the ones that, the league thrives on and makes the majority of their money on, and what Netflix and other people pay an exorbitant amount of money to have the broadcasting rights for rely on those people. And so I would think that you're entertaining, the biggest game of your entire platform, the Super Bowl, the most watched particular television program of the year every year, to the tune of where they're charging, $8 to $10 million for 30-second commercials. They particularly, I think the average NFL halftime, just a regular season, is it 20 minutes? Dan, you were with the team. It's 20 minutes.
No, it's 50, it's the same as a quarter officially. It lasts 20, but they start a clock that's about 15 minutes long.
Right. And they specifically for the halftime, I think, add 10, maybe 15 minutes to that
for setup.
For
yes. So the normal halftime runs a little over 15 minutes, and the Super Bowl halftime is about 25 minutes, just like you said, about 25, sometimes up to 30.
So this is you're expecting at this point 135 to 150 million set of eyes watching what you put up there. And the Super Bowl halftime thing, I don't know when it became a thing, but it's a thing. It's a thing. And people pay attention to it. People have an opinion about it. And I would think that if you are, I don't know what the NFL current valuation is as to what the sanctioning body of the NFL is valued at, but I guarantee you that it's hundreds of billions of dollars. And, I would think that the entertainment that you put forth on your largest stage, on your gala event, would be something that would be more along the lines of what your customers would like or would want, not trying to reinvent the wheel and to appeal to Spanish-speaking 15-year-old girls.
Conejito malo.
And
Bad Bunny in Spanish.
So, I don't know how many Latin, Spanish-speaking it looked like a Puerto Rican, like a Puerto Rico tourism commercial is what it looked like to me.
Which is why I'm going to Puerto Rico this weekend.
So
it worked.
I don't know. I'm scratching my head. It seems like this has all been changed since Jay-Z has been involved. And so this is a Facebook pasting that was sent to me. I found this interesting. I found this interesting regarding the Super Bowl halftime show after doing a little research. Now, I've not went back and researched this guy's research. I'm just going to take it for face value. If it's wrong, then you guys can debunk it. Help debunk it. If it's right, then it's right.
Bad Bunny is under Jay-Z's label.
Personally, I've not been a fan of the artist over the last 5 years. So what's changed? Just learned that Jay-Z has, and his company, Rock Nation, are primarily responsible for signing the artists of the halftime show since 2020. We all knew that. Guess who these artists that are playing the halftime show are signed under? Yep, Jay-Z. Sounds more like a monopoly, a great marketing scheme, a way I would assume that Jay-Z has making money from several different angles. I always assume that the halftime show is primarily picked by the hosting city and maybe the NFL teams. So my point is, don't hold your breath and hoping to see a current artist unless they're signed under Jay-Z. So if the NFL was wanting a Latin-themed halftime show, I'm sure I would think artists such as Shakira, Enrique Iglesias, Jennifer Lopez, or even would have hit bigger than Bad Bunny. But Bad Bunny is signed under none other than Jay-Z. I can name several relevant artists I would love to see perform. In my opinion, that the Super Bowl halftime show has become a way to boost one of Jay-Z's artists and turn in will increase Jay-Z's profits. Just my opinion. So let me since 2020 have the majority of the artists, and we could probably go through them if we needed to. Are they Jay-Z signed artists?
I'm looking that up right now. I know that Bad Bunny is under the Rock or whatever it's called.
Nation.
Yeah, Rock Nation.
Who's Kendrick Lamar? I don't think he's a Jay-Z artist, is he? That was last year's, right, Seth?
Mm-hmm.
Kendrick?
And then the weekend before that.
Yeah.
Look at the weekend. Look at
Kendrick Lamar is under Rock
Are
Nation.
you kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
All right,
So I'm sure the weekend is too. Then.
So let me look at the weekend.
I'm trying to see it.
See, that's now if the weekend is, I don't need to go any further, and I think Roger Goodell is remiss by allowing this to happen.
There used to be marching bands and Disney World and things like that before it became really important bands like Bruce Springsteen, Paul McCartney, U2, Prince.
I don't see the weekend.
These people, the weekend, love or like him, he was a good act. He was fine. He did a good job during COVID. I think that this just is it's just such a whiff. It's such a strike by the NFL because if you're trying to get to young demographics, my 14-year-old this morning woke up and was showing me clips of how bad it was because she couldn't believe that Lady Gaga was there. And she's like, I don't understand, Dad. And I said, I don't understand either. The culture's beautiful, but what does it have to do with the NFL? It doesn't make any sense to me. But the best clip, and I'm sure you've played it, is have you seen the person asking the NFL players what's their favorite Bad Bunny song? It's the funniest thing.
No, I've not seen it.
Oh, I'm going to find it. Okay, not one of them knows the song. Not one of them.
Send it to Lummy if you could.
I've seen it. I think it's the NFL players just saying, I don't want to answer your question.
No, they're saying I don't know a song. They don't know an answer to a single song.
I didn't understand
Who
the power
does?
lines. Why were they on the power lines?
Because of the power that went out in Puerto Rico, because of the hurricanes.
Oh, that was the social message.
And so, like, it's all like a big. And rather than it be entertaining, it seems like it's like last year it was Kendrick Lamar's beef with Drake,
right?
And there's an underlying, like, why can't you just go out there and be entertaining? And so like the being on the power lines was an underlying message of the power outages that they've had in Puerto Rico. Why does the NFL allow you to have a platform to be able to spread? That's not nonsense, but to be able to, like, who can?
What is he spreading by climbing power lines?
Well, I mean, he's just. I mean, like, what does the average NFL person know about that?
By the way, Dr. Dre and Eminem are not under Jay-Z's label at all.
So it looks like the last two.
All right. Here is ABC World News tonight. Maybe they have a different outlook on it than we do.
Finally, Bad Bunny, a cultural icon, describes tonight's event in his own words.
All right, so this is afterwards, and this is Bad Bunny's description, I think, of how he did.
Of himself.
Yes.
I wasn't looking for the album of the year at the Grammys, also at the Latin Grammys. I wasn't looking for perform at the Super Bowl halftime show. And I just was looking for connect with my roots, connect with my people. You always have to be proud about who you are and feel comfortable being yourself, feel proud about your history and where you're from. My biggest achievement, my biggest pleasure is just create, have fun doing it, and connect with the people. It's going to be fun and it's going to be easy, and people only have to worry about dance. I think there's no better dance than the one that can come from the heart. The gut timing, it's perfect, and estoy muy agradecido.
That's all before the event.
Very happy and grateful.
Oh, well, she positioned it as if it was after.
Oh, we played that last week when he was talking about that, you don't have to learn Spanish, you just have to dance and all that stuff.
Now, look, if I were in Miami and South Beach and there was a place where I was going to see that kind of music, he was unbelievable. He was on fire, as good as it gets. But what does that have to do with the demographic of the NFL, is I think your point, Bubba. And that's my whole point is it wasn't entertaining for the person who was watching it at home, as far as my wife, my child, anyone I know. Everyone I know turned it off.
Well, I didn't turn it off because I didn't want to miss a second of it because I knew I was going to be critical of it.
What did you think?
I thought it was ridiculous. I thought
what part was ridiculous?
All of it. I mean, if
the
he
singing?
Well, first of all, I think that it was very well choreographed. I think it was very entertaining with regards to how well it was choreographed in their props and if you were looking to pay homage to Puerto Rico and make this a Puerto Rico infomercial, then they absolutely nailed it. Like, you could not have made it more pro Puerto Rican, to his roots. Problems in Puerto Rico with regards to the power grid and the underlying message and the little Easter eggs that it threw you. It did a wonderful job. I just didn't know that the Super Bowl halftime performance that's the arena that we're in now, that artists are supposed to pay homage to where their heritage is from. And at the end of the day, it's an American game developed in America. It's probably, it's the most popular sanctioning. It's the most popular professional sanctioning body we have in America. It's the most popular American game that we have. And so why don't we pay homage to our country? Why are we paying homage to Puerto Rico?
Puerto Rico is America.
It's a territory.
It's still a part of America. They have a representative in Congress. You don't need a passport to get to Puerto Rico. So Puerto Rico is more American than it is Puerto Rican.
I understand that. Then can you sing at least in our native tongue so that the Americans that are watching it can at least understand you paying such great respects to your Puerto Rican territory.
The thing is, he's a citizen, and then you you love the counter program.
I know.
I'm supporting. Wait a second.
What are you supporting?
I'm not
Bad
being.
Bunny?
I'm not being. Just blanketly opposed to or for Bad Bunny. I'm saying that he is American. I didn't understand a word he said.
He's a citizen.
He's got a huge fan base. Some people liked it. It's not my flavor.
I'm merely saying that no one said he wasn't a citizen. It didn't look like it looked like he considered Puerto Rico to be a different country. That didn't seem to be regardless of the political stuff, I don't really even care about all that. To me, was it entertaining or not? It wasn't entertaining for me. It wasn't entertaining for my house. I would suggest that it probably wasn't entertaining for the majority of NFL fans who understood it. And if you paid attention enough like we do to know what the power line things are, it irritates you more, but that's not what bothered me. Nothing really bothered me other than I don't think it's entertaining, and I think that it's unnecessarily controversial. And if you're trying to make the NFL a unifying experience, it's a pure Americana, it was just... Let me give you
an example, Dan. Maybe that might hit home, and maybe you probably won't admit it. I doubt that you do. But what is your target demo for deacoplastic surgery? What's your target demo?
It's interesting because we used to think it was women between 20 and 50, and it's not. It's men who write the checks for the women between 20 and 50.
It's men that live where?
Huh? Within a plane flight of Tampa.
But even more, if you drill
Tampa Bay.
If you drill down even further, I'll give you a wide cast net and say Pinellas and Hillsborough counties.
Sure.
Okay. Would you do a huge? If you had an opportunity to highlight deacoplastic surgery on the largest stage you possibly can, would you run it in Atlanta, Georgia?
Nope.
Okay. I'm just saying that the largest stage that the NFL has is this particular stage. Your target demographic are Americans for the most part. Why are you sucking Puerto Rico's D so heavily?
Because I would run it in Atlanta, Georgia, if I was trying to open up another office in Georgia. And so the NFL is trying to expand the NFL into South America and possibly Europe and other parts of the world. So I understand the motivation behind it. I don't think it wasn't very entertaining for me. Some people were really huge fans of Bad Bunny, and they were excited about it.
Who?
I
didn't hear a single NFL player.
I
know. I mean, do you know? But my point: do you know anyone? Do you know anyone?
He won.
Do you know a single person?
Yes,
personally.
I do, Jay.
Who liked
that
it?
Name names?
No, I'm just saying.
Jesus.
I don't know a single person who liked it personally.
I don't either.
Do you know anyone that liked it?
I don't either.
I don't either.
I don't know a single person.
Seth?
Oh, I don't want to ruin the nobody liked it thing.
No. I mean, I don't care if you liked it or not. Honestly, like I said, it was entertaining. I just think wrong for him.
Seth, you liked it, right?
I thought it was great.
Okay.
I thought it was a million times better than the game. I could have used 15 more minutes of it. I thought the dancing was awesome. I thought the fact that he put his whole island on the map and brought everybody with him was cool. I liked the storytelling. That couple really got married. I loved Gaga. It was great seeing Ricky Martin. It was cool seeing Pedro Pascal and Cardi B and Jessica Alba dancing, at the beginning. I thought the whole thing was great.
Okay. All right. That's the other side.
Yeah, there you go.
And I mean,
they're trying to expand their market, and that's what they were trying to expand it towards, South America. That's the most logical market. Canada's not picking it up.
Didn't they play the opening game in Mexico City this year, or was that a different year?
They've played before in there.
Yeah, they have played in Mexico City.
Yeah, they're playing. They've got like a Rio de Janeiro game this year, Mexico City. They've got a lot.
They're trying to expand into South America.
I mean, I get
that's
that.
The demographic. I mean, we thought it was crazy the first time they did an Abu Dhabi Formula One race. Now those races represent a quarter of the circuit, the Middle Eastern races, and half the money, more money than they lost in the tobacco advertising.
Well, I guess they got what they wanted, didn't they?
Yeah.
They got us talking about it.
I'm going to go to words. I need to eat one of my Lunchables. Let me.
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
If you want 24/7 on-demand Bubba and the crew, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be back after this.
Leon Scott, $9 in the bubble. Those Lunchables will heal everything.
Is he wearing shoulder pads? Or has he just got really square shoulders?
Is that Bobby?
Yeah, I couldn't
He's
tell.
a big guy. He's a
That guy-
muscular. He's like a
I
muscular
think
guy.
he's got like those oddly square, like really big shoulders.
He was wearing his dress under that.
A dress?
That's what he was supposed to be wearing.
Seth, you'll be surprised to hear me say this. This was equally as bad. The Turning Point USA.
Oh, it was horrible.
Oh, I didn't even.
It was equally as my wife's a country fan, so she liked some of the musicians. I think half of them were lip syncing. I wanted to like it. It was pretty mediocre.
It was terrible.
I had to turn it off.
I think everyone lip syncs at this point.
I was in silence during halftime,
Everyone.
meditating.
What concerts have you been to?
See right there, does he look like he's wearing shoulder pads?
Shoulder pads.
Yeah, okay.
He's got shoulder pads on.
What concert really have you been to that did not look
Early in my life, I was very attracted to Panamanian women. I've got a very mamacita soft spot in my heart. There was a lot of mamacitas out there last night. A lot of mamacitas.
I don't know that in real I think for like the Super Bowl performances they do unless you're like Prince. Prince didn't. Some people don't lip sync. Paul McCartney did not lip sync when we saw him. You two didn't lip sync. I can't remember because we were there. Did The Weeknd lip sync? I couldn't remember. I thought he was doing it live.
Bad Bunny did have 124 yards.
No, The Weeknd. I don't remember him lip syncing.
We're on hierarchy. We're on Spotify.
Sing over the track.
We're on all the regular podcast places, just not YouTube.
All Spanish performance
Apple, Spotify, iHeart.
That's what everyone say is lip syncing.
Our very own Benjamin Alvarez Kruger is in San Francisco.
It didn't look like
for
Bad
the
Bunny was
Super
lip
Bowl.
syncing.
He said he got a ticket. Ben, there were a huge build-up to this
Some
match,
so bad at
obviously,
it.
but also
Holy shit, the unibrows in chat.
But they did this.
in the stadium.
They talked the microphone down. They still the voice is the same, like same volume.
There was
Anthony Davis.
energy when he came and would join him on stage. It ended up being big to dancing, a lot of movement during this.
Bad Bunny had a concert recently where he was out of sync with his.
Blizzard breaks on Facebook.
Really?
Mark,
Yeah.
Blizzard breaks on Facebook.
No, this is not during the concert. It was like a month ago. He was at a concert. It was all.
Piped in crowd noise. They did that for the. Yeah, I'm sure they did, Reggie. It was odd being in a stadium with, what was it, maybe 30 or 40% occupancy. We were there. The best part was there was no lines for drinks or the bathroom.
Anytime, buddy.
I like that commercial, Trash Guy. I thought it was awesome. The Levi commercial was clever.
Thanks, Stern Merchant. We like anybody that likes us.
What's up, hierarchy?
What up? I gotta call the police.
Oh shit! I forgot about that, Big E. I can't wait for that. You got some good stuff, Rocky. I was rooting for you yesterday. I'll get that shit sent out today.
They were targeting us.
The Bears are back. We gotta get a fucking defense. We gotta get a rabid defense. Caleb may not do it on his own.
What up, Sicilian Redneck? How you doing, buddy? Salento Organic Tequila, sip.com.
It's just Jack.
I'm just here for the fucking next Puerto Rican street fight.
Mm-hmm. Since West Side Story, there hasn't been one.
Bad Bunny wrestled for WWE in San Juan.
He also, I guess, was at the WrestleMania here.
The big guy. Like, he's a pretty big guy.
I don't know.
For 4 generations, over 180,000 satisfied customers have trusted our family for roof repairs and replacements. We are state certified, licensed, and fully insured. We also provide free estimates and financing. Right now, get $1,000 off a new roof or $250 off any roof repair. Our family's legacy, your peace of mind. Before you spend, call 4th Gen.
Our family's legacy, your peace of mind.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show, listener supported via PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App. All at the Bubba Army. Now returns.
Lumby will be right back. He has to let our guest in. We'll have him in after Dan leaves. Dan, your children are half Latin. What did they think about the Bad Bunny performance?
I didn't have a chance to talk to him after the show.
Oh, maybe you should.
Maybe I should.
Give you a little bit more, probably more ammunition. You probably both liked it.
I don't think Danny would have liked it because he doesn't really speak Spanish at all.
You mean a person that potentially might actually turn on an NFL football game on Sunday?
Yes, a real fan of football.
Yeah.
A real football fan.
That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
The person that really, really, really might want to someday grow up to be a football player and certainly loves the sport probably didn't like it.
No, he doesn't want to grow up and be a power line guy.
But that was a really, really, really bad attempt of a joke.
Because the guy was, celebrating Powerline guys?
No, because it wasn't celebrating Powerline guys. He was bringing the fact that Puerto Rico had a power grid problem. He wasn't celebrating Powerline guys. He was trying to give everybody an insight into their power.
Those Latinas were twerking on the power lines, and I tell you what, I'm going to start watching a lot of hurricane electricity repairs if that actually happens out on the power lines.
Yeah, Men at Work with Emilio Estevez and his brother just really made being a trash man sexy again.
I forgot about that movie.
I have gone through and found 3 reactions to Bad Bunny's performance. I think they're all fairly, what was that?
Think maybe.
Sorry, I'm back. Sorry.
Lummy was just getting situated.
So I got to give my honest opinion on this halftime show while it's going on right now.
Maybe we're the wrong ones. Maybe it's us. Maybe this was unbelievable. Maybe this was unbelievable marketing. Maybe this was every P1 NFL person's cup of tea.
And Ricky Martin looked handsome.
It, without a doubt, is by far one of the best halftime shows that I've seen personally. Can't make it up. It's been entertaining. There's been a lot of controversy going into this, but I'm going to tell you right now, this right here, I'm going to give it a 9.2 out of 10 halftime performance. Let me know what you folks think. Drop your thoughts and comments below and let me know how you would rate this. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
There you go.
It wasn't even over yet. This guy's giving his review.
I know.
9.2.
That's like giving a review of a pizza while it's still cooking.
Now, Perez Hilton, I think
sure does smell good.
I think Perez Hilton represents, a cross section of all types of demographics. So we'll see what
sliver of demographics.
A sliver.
Oh my God! I just finished watching the Super Bowl halftime show with Bad Bunny, and I have a lot of thoughts. Hello world, it is Perez, the queen of all media, the original influencer, music lover, and proud Latino. I started crying watching... I legitimately.
And let me ask you a question. How many NFL games do you think Perez Hilton has watched? Or could let me how many starting quarterbacks could Perez Hilton name in the NFL?
A few of the cuties.
Yeah, he
They started with Ricky. Let me start over.
Now, if this is what the NFL's targeting, they nailed it. They absolutely nailed it.
I'm so freaking proud of Bad Bunny for many reasons. There was a lot of chatter, negative talk about his performance at the Super Bowl halftime show. But you know what? We don't need them.
No, you don't need Bubba Clem, who watches 18 weeks of NFL football. You don't need him. You don't need Lummy.
I mean, they
You
could have
don't
put a
need
cellist up there, Bubba. You're still watching the Packers next season.
I am. But that's taking me for granted, and I don't like that.
We don't need them. Those who watched it felt it, even if they didn't understand what he was saying. And I love that the through line of his performance at the Super Bowl, where tens and tens of millions of people,
hundreds of millions,
were watching, was a message of love. It was a message of unity. I mean,
I would have loved to have been able to have understood that. I would have loved to be able to say, hey, this is pretty good because the artist is talking about unity and love. I like that. But I couldn't understand it.
Literally had a couple get married during his performance. There's no greater bond and message of unity than that.
And by the way, I want for those that are critical of me not liking the Bad Bunny presentation, understand that I did watch the Turning, and I thought the Turning Point USA one sucked too.
Oh, it was horrible, Bubba.
So,
and they stole from you. Bad Bunny stole from you. You started with the wedding.
Yeah, I'm the very first radio personality in the history of content to when the Supreme Court ruled that gay people can get married. I did the first on-air marriage.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but anyway.
Your message of love, Bubba. You are a message of love.
I don't want anybody to say that I'm bashing Bad Bunny because I thought Kid Rock and everybody else nailed it. I thought that was even, you know what? That might have been worse than the Bad Bunny. At least
worse.
At least the production element of Bad Bunny was impeccable
and energetic.
Yes.
The other thing was boring.
I just didn't understand the music, and I didn't understand necessarily the concept. But the NFL spares no expense on production value,
and they looked like they were having fun.
Yeah,
you know, even though you didn't understand
and
the lyrics.
I love how there was
energetic.
unity of different cultures, the Latino culture and the American culture, and how beautifully they danced together, literally and symbolically. When Lady Gaga came out and did her Bruno Mars song with Bad Bunny, and it wasn't Lady Gaga doing Lady Gaga, it was Lady Gaga melding into Bad Bunny's world. And I need that version on streaming. No, but really the highlight for me was that he started the show with a saying in Spanish, and he spoke exclusively in Spanish, except for saying, God bless America, because he's Puerto Rican, and Puerto Rico is part of the United States.
Hot damn.
He loves this country. This country is his country. And to see a Latino headlining the Super Bowl with everything that's going on in this country right now, and people are afraid to be out in the streets. To me, that was a powerful symbol and a healing moment.
Yes, I'm healed.
I mean, healing moment for tonight. But I love that Bad Bunny literally brought the bodega and the barbershop to the halftime show. We saw it on the field. He brought salsa to the halftime show. He brought sazon. I love that he did his songs. I love the little highlight of Gasolina. I love the bigger highlight of Ricky Martin.
The Spanish words is unbelievable.
Yeah. And then finally, before we go to words, let me, and then we'll bring in our guest, Sean.
Yes.
Sean, hopefully Sean's waiting for us.
Yes, he's hanging out.
All right, fantastic. We'll bring him in after the break. This is, again, I'm covering all angles. And so far, we've had two people that absolutely loved it. One was Perez Hilton, who started crying, who I don't think Perez Hilton will watch one NFL game next year. I don't think Perez Hilton's going to be the guy that spends $800 so that he can have Netflix, the NFL, Amazon Prime, ESPN. I don't think that he's going to be that guy. But I could be wrong. Here is NFL players react to Bad Bunny's performance. Now, I don't know if this is really more validation because these are the people that play the game, or they need to take a step. They're too far in the game to have an objective opinion. I could say that. They might be too far into the game to even have an objective. I do have an open mind to potentially think that.
Letic talked to 58 anonymous NFL players about the halftime show, and one with, I don't even know who Bad Bunny is, another, I do not like it. I feel like there's tons of artists out there who are fans of the game, and I don't speak Spanish, so I'm not a big fan. All of those are quotes on your screen. Turning Point USA will host an alternate halftime show.
Which, by the way, this show sucked. Actually, this was worse than Bad Bunny.
Agreed.
If somebody had them both recorded and they played them back to back and I had to choose, I would say the more entertaining, well-produced of the two was Bad Bunny.
100%.
With Kid Rock headlining and gaining traction online, a petition to replace Bad Bunny with country legend George Strait.
That's not the answer.
No.
That old ass dried up raisin.
You want something fun and entertaining and energetic. Absolutely. You don't want a boring country ballads.
You want exactly what they did for Christmas Day with Snoop Dogg and Martha and Samuel L. Jackson. That's what you want. That's what you want. They know how to do it.
Getting some 127,000 signatures so far. Sage Steele, former
save your signatures.
ESPN anchor and host of the Sage Steele Show, is with me now. Good to see you. So what's your take on this and the alternative for people?
I love that there's an alternative. That's what America is all about. And I give TPUSA a lot of credit for doing so. I think it was needed more than ever. However, I believe more people will probably go ahead and watch the Super Bowl halftime show with Bad Bunny, if for no other reason, Harris, because a lot of times people hate watch just to see how bad he's going to be. And if you think this was announced 4 months ago. Unfortunately, he made it very clear. He's like, I'm not speaking in English, singing in English.
All right, so this is not even before this is before.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm singing in Spanish. You have 4 months to learn the language. And I think that's the part, along with the hate and the talk about ICE, et cetera, that disturbs so many people. However, what we have to remember is that this is a business decision. Mm-hmm. 2 years ago, there were only 2 NFL games played in other countries. Last season 3, and in 2025, 5 games. All the commissioner cares about right now is growing the game, and they want to be in more countries. So they don't care what the players that they interviewed are saying or what the fans are saying. This is about the business of the NFL and making it more global.
I did not know that Bad Bunny had said we had 4 months to learn how to speak a different language so that we could, okay.
He did say that.
Kid Rock joined Fox and Friends today to talk about TPUSA's decision to do the performance as an alternative.
We're just going to go play for our base, people who love America, love football, love Jesus, and it's pretty much that simple. And, of course, the media and the haters are going to try to detract from it. When I say, I think I speak for Turning Point and all the artists involved, that none of us are approaching this with any hate in our hearts at all. It's just a love for our base and love for music, our country.
So what you said is so important to know, Sage. You said that this is a business decision. So are we going to see like half the games in the NFL now during a season played off our soil?
I mean, that's the thing is they've done it within the same weekends. They'll have 2 or 3 games in another country.
So let me ask you guys, is the NFL equipped travel-wise and the NFL Players Association-wise? Are they going to go for having teams so far away abroad that the business model is made to build in that travel and what that does to the player?
Well, they're traveling in Australia this year, this upcoming season.
I'm just saying, Dan, who was with the team for 6 years, said that, Seattle and San Francisco and San Diego trips damn near killed him. Right. And it would really be an effect. It would really affect the players, and that's just 2 or 3 time zones away. I mean, are we equipped with 31 franchises that are in the continental United States? Are we equipped to expand globally with regards to just the infrastructure of being able to get said player to said out of country city?
I think their infrastructure will support like Central America and maybe some South America. I don't know that it's going to be able to consistently support teams going from America to Europe and back for a weekend game.
Right. And
I think that's extreme.
I mean, I think that be careful what you want. I mean, yes, you probably are popular enough to expand to anywhere in the world, but it comes to a point at what cost to that player, and they got a really good union that probably is not going to allow that.
Well, they're going to have 9 international games this year coming up.
It keeps slowly creeping in, Bubba. You just let one roach in, and all of a sudden the house is filled with roaches. And so they start making 1 international game, then 2, now 9. There'll be 15 in a couple of years, and before you know it, a quarter of the season is going to be out of the country.
Yeah, and so at this point, are you just playing games over there, or are you starting to establish franchises?
That's coming up. They got the perfect 32 right now, so there's room for another 8.
So it's the UK
Would having a bye after going to somewhere like Australia, it makes a difference. But that kind of 24-hour difference is so dramatic versus Europe. Would that week be okay for those guys, those young guys, Dan?
They'd suffer. They all suffer. And by the way, what's really going to happen is when someone gets a blood clot in their leg from one of these 8-hour flights.
Right. I'm just saying.
Then they have a problem. Now they're subjecting these athletes to be their legs are bruised from playing football, which is the intimal injury.
Jay, move your mic up.
And they have the stasis by being on that flight for 6, 8, 10 hours. They're going to start having young kids with blood clots in their legs, and that's when it's going to stop, Bubba. Yeah. When it becomes when the Players Association and the union decides it is now dangerous to do this.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, I don't know that they're equipped to expand as quickly as they want to. You know what? And I guess all of us, some of us aren't really as open-minded about change as others
There's
are.
not going to be a team in London or Brazil or Mexico. There's not going to be a team in that in probably your lifetime, Bubba.
Really? You don't think so? You don't think there's going to be a team in Central or South America in the next 10 years?
I just think it's
I think there is.
I think it's impossible to.
You think those will just be host cities to have games?
I think they'll continue to spread out all over the world, but I think having a team in London, the logistics, unless you have 4 teams over there, I don't think it works.
Yeah, but why don't they? I mean, they have Canadian baseball teams and American baseball. Why wouldn't they have a Mexican baseball team? You have
one team, and it's in Toronto, and that might as well
Montreal?
be. No,
Montreal's not there anymore.
They're not there.
They're not in Montreal anymore.
No, they moved to the Washington D.C.
At that
MLB
point,
fan Dan.
We've got to say goodbye to you, Dan.
I want the Tijuana Tigers.
You thinking that the Montreal Expos are still a baseball team?
But
Dan.
they were for years. It worked for 20 years.
It's been 20 years since they've had a team.
Yes, it has.
It's been over
20 years.
It's been
over
since
20
like
years.
95.
The Nats won a World Series.
This is where we say goodbye to Dr. Dan Diaz.
Let's bring it up.
If you love that segment, then check out BubbaArmyHQ.com and do a deep dive on past shows. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be right back.
And then we'll put
them in for.
I went to Gas the other day and they had all kinds of Expo hats. I was like, why do you guys still sell Expo hats? He's like, I don't know. People are always asking for them.
I still see Expo.
Yeah. People.
People like.
It's all right. It's all right. They're in our hearts, Dan.
Still saying March.
They're in our hearts.
Dan is such a big fan of Canada.
Dan, that's gonna eat it, Dan. I can tell.
People like that throwback expo.
They like the expo chat.
You want to bring him in a minute?
Yeah, with a minute left. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, it'd have to be a whole European division. I don't see it happening, man. It's hard enough to get to the West Coast. But that Australian games, LA and San Francisco, I'm guessing that side's closer to Australia.
Yeah, I think they are. When you fly to
Still
Australia,
far.
you fly to LA. First.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely, no,
I
without
want
a
to say
doubt.
it's still
17 hours from LA.
10 to 12 hours from LA.
Oh yeah, no, I'm
17
just saying.
from LA.
I'm just saying it looks like they at least logistically tried to make it teams that are at least.
Okay. LA teams.
Yeah, like
3 extra hours.
Well, I'm like, if the Buffalo or Miami or somebody had to, go to Australia, I feel like that's like a 24-hour deal or something. What's up, Robbie? I don't fucking know. I'm never going to Australia. I can barely make it to California on a flight. I don't know if I'm going to ever make it to Hawaii. Not because of the flight, because of the cash, obviously.
Oh, it's so expensive.
I know.
Travel's brutal, too. I went around the world once, or across the world once. I don't know that I'll do it again.
Shit, man. I feel like that's enough.
Yeah. It was 42 hours there and 60 on the way home.
Oh my Lord!
Jesus Christ.
Are you kidding me?
No, it was too much. It was too much. The travel was brutal.
Dude, I would much rather be a Cleveland Brown than a Polish sausage. I don't want to live. I don't think I want to live in Poland. I think I'd be good. I'd have to sit out if they drafted me.
What? No way.
What up, redneck?
That kind of defies laws of physics, does it not? There we go.
Robert, I heard you got barbecue sauce all over your clan outfit yesterday.
Let's see. What?
I'll check it out, Biggie. Thank you.
There we go.
Thank you, Johnny Velasquez. Appreciate it.
Okay, so everybody knows that when you do this to a lighter,
You know you're fucking 65 when you use the term pillow biter. That's for damn sure.
what's up, guys? We're at Bradenton Motorsports Park.
What up, Jay Bowler?
It is soaking wet here, and they got a lot.
What up, Dirt Merchant? I saw you before the break. Mics were off. What up, Nick? Yeah, it's good, man. It's really good.
What's up, guys? It is 8-3.
I'm ready for the rowdy season.
Hey, Sean.
How's it going?
Good, buddy.
Just sitting there.
Sit up right here. How you doing, Jay?
Hey, Sean.
Nice to meet you.
Right here, just obviously get up to it, and then here's your headphones, and then see right here. This little button right here, it's your cough, so if you want to adjust the mic, cough, do anything.
Okay.
Just hit that, it shuts it off, and then you'll see the volume control through
Okay.
and that's us.
Yes, it
obviously,
is.
That is right now.
Sweet.
You won't hear anything right now until we get back on.
Oh, okay.
Good eye.
We're on hot mic right now, so it's being broadcast on like YouTube,
Oh, okay.
Facebook.
Yes, I'm not crazy.
What up,
I'm talking
Longer?
to the screen. They're actually listening.
People
to
do
this.
like the betting shows. I feel like Lummy's the betting guy.
That's right.
Danny with that reference was too much.
There goes those parlays. All those sucker bets.
shows every day. It's Bubba the Love Sponge. Back to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
So our next guest is a solid Canadian. Gearhead. He checks all the boxes. And he's he's very, very well liked and very much a mover and shaker within the social media world, far more so than we are. We're like bitch compared to his numbers.
I wouldn't go that far.
You think anybody hates him, Bubba?
Oh, no, everybody. See, he doesn't get the hate that I do because he's doing cool stuff like just drag racing and working on cars and see if lighters.
He's happy-go-lucky, too.
See if lighters will stick on door jams. And then he's got this cool saying that be like, what? No way. Like, how do you hate that? Like, how do you hate the what? No way guy? You can't.
Exactly.
You can't hate that long-haired son of a bitch wrenching on cars. You can't hate him.
You'd be surprised the hate that I get.
Well, you know what? The only hate you get is jealousy hate.
Well, what are they mad about? Do they tell you specifically?
Well, right now we're currently getting hate for being down here in the States.
Yeah, I hate her.
Just for coming to Florida, God forbid.
Yeah.
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah,
all my Canadian fans are like, man, you got enough money to go down to Florida, eh? And we're up here freezing our asses
What do they
off,
think? You're
eh?
working for ICE or something like that?
I don't know. It's like we got the diehard. I don't really get into politics, so we just kind of brush it off. But yeah, with everything going on between Canada and the U.S., and they're like, I can't believe you're down there supporting the U.S. And
You're like, I'm drag racing, buddy. That's all I'm doing.
Supporting myself.
Yeah, exactly. And we're down here making content for people.
I'm trying to get down in the eights, bitch.
That's right.
It's good content, too.
Did you hit the eights ever? I know you were way high in the nines. I mean, I'm sorry, low nines.
Yeah, so we started out in the nines, and we ran a 907 the second last day, and we were shooting for an 8, and we spiked the tires, and when I got back into it,
you sloshed the gas,
destroyed the belt, and so we're actually heading down to Bradenton on either Thursday or Friday, and I'm not leaving Florida till I get an 8 out of that car. So
you going to Cletus's place?
Yeah,
man, that guy is he has done such a great job with his channel and got such a great infrastructure down there. Is there any other? I mean, in the drag racing kind of working on fast cars, being kind of automotive related, like you and Justin and those. Is there anybody that's doing it to the level of Cletus?
I really don't think so. Like there is guys out there, but like he's got it set up. Like,
oh my
with
God!
The Freedom Factory,
and then he bought a helicopter and a plane and a jet and everything.
Like it's inspiring to watch like what he does, and like I ran the Freedom 500 last year. And it was kind of a shot in the dark, right? Like he said, I got one spot left. And I was like, this is my shot. So I dug a Crown Vic out of my scrap pile and started making videos and got a little bit got noticed. And people were like, he probably got 10,000 tags on all my videos. And finally he phoned and he's like, yeah, you got the spot.
So you didn't hold on. He usually will just check you out like a library book. He'll check you out a Crown Vic, but he made you put your own together?
No, and that's what people thought, that we built our own car and took it down there. I just have about 100 cars at home, so I just dug one out and I was
100
like,
cars.
Oh, that's it.
Nice. Yeah, sure. I have a hater.
Yeah.
I got me an 06 Crown Vic.
Don't let the Mounties find out about that.
Yeah.
So you got about 100 cars. Like range. Give me like the range of cars that you would have up there. Now, what part of Canada are you from, Sean?
So I'm from southern Alberta.
Oh, okay. Well, that's where.
Wow.
Where's that? Is that by Winnipeg?
No. So we're straight south of Calgary.
Oh, my biggest Bubba Palooza ever was in Calgary.
We were talking about that night, and I was at that show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've been listening to you guys forever,
That's
man. Like,
awesome.
Wow.
Like back when I used to dirt track race, like I'd be telling guys, oh yeah, I gotta get all yacked up in the corner, and people are looking at me like, what are you talking about? We got Bubba Army stickers all over our truck that we were racing on the 3/8 oval. Oh yeah, man, I go way back.
I need to get you to my track.
Yeah.
And put you in one of our, like we have a Crown Vic division. and I could get you a Crown Vic from one of the guys and put you in there and put you in a race.
That would be awesome.
You should get him and his buddy Nunley to race, do a little race
And
down there.
boy, I could really crash the internet if I could get him, Cletus, and Nunley down there. Hell, I wouldn't have to work again anymore if I could get those kind of numbers. If I could just get the rub from those three dudes, those are about the best you get right there. So, so you dug out a Crown Vic and entered into the Freedom. When's the next Freedom 500, you think?
So it's in April, and I still got my Crown Vic up there. We've jumped it through a motorhome since, and like it's in pretty rough shape, but we'll be starting to make videos with it again, and kind of put Cletus on notice that, hey, we're ready to come back down and race if he wants us there.
Now, I got an 04 Crown Vic that I actually drive back and forth to my track instead of putting miles on my truck.
Nice.
I drive my 04 Crown Vic. I wonder, and it's got Bubba Army stickers all over and it's flat black. I wonder if Cletus would let me enter my Crown Vic. I know I have to put a roll bar in it and take all the glass out, and at that point
it's a pretty sweet setup. Like all the cars that they run in that race, and like in any of the other Crown Vic races, they're all set up exactly the same. They have a little shot of nitrous, and so no one really has an advantage. It comes down to
when did you
straight
get
driving.
Do you get one shot of nitrous or you get multiple?
I can't remember how big the shot is, but like you can use it kind of at like through the race, right? So you save it till the end. And I was up beside Michael Waltrip, like he was at that race, and I was battling him for half the race, and I finally got sick of it, and I just hit the nitrous and got by him, and like it was.
How surreal is that to be racing against him?
Oh, man, that's the highlight of all the racing I've done. Like Greg Biffle was there.
What?
Rest in peace, Greg Biffle.
Yeah, like.
And you know the sad thing about it is I'm not trying to, but he was coming down to see Cletus for his birthday and for like a Christmas exchange and stuff. Him and Cletus were super close and did that hurricane or the flooding relief stuff with their helicopters, and just what a very tragic thing.
Yeah, it really was.
So is there any way, now that we're my buddy and Justin's my buddy, I wonder now, has Nunley ever been in a Cletus race?
No, he's done a few of he's announced a few of them, but I don't think he's raced in any.
I wonder if Cletus would put me in.
I don't.
I mean, you know who I could call to put a good word in between you, and I could call Tony Stewart, my buddy, to put a word in.
Tony's awesome.
So so I just got a text from Tony saying, "Hey, tell Sean I said hi. He worked on his car at our nitrous shop in Indianapolis."
I did, yeah. We were on our way down to we did a show Pinks last year.
Yeah.
And on our way down there, I got a hold of Neil on Tony's crew, and I said, "Hey, do you mind if we pull the car in the parking lot and do some work to it?" And he's like, "Nah, just pull it right in, have some air conditioning," because it was...
Their shop's badass. They have an apartment above. I don't know if you knew that or not.
I didn't know that, but yeah, that shop is just amazing. And so, yeah, it was pretty nice of them to let us pull the car in. And everyone in the drag racing community, well, really any racing community, is awesome.
Well, not really. There's a lot of dirt track racers and a bunch of dicks.
There is.
I mean, but so you guys are going to Cletus's tomorrow? When's the event?
Well, I'm just going to a private rental down there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like
just to try to get in the eights before you leave.
Yeah, you betcha.
You're gonna spend $2,000 on a private rental.
I'm not spending $2,000. I'm just.
Oh, are you a guest of a rental?
I still have to pay. It's just like everyone kind of splits the cost of it, I guess.
That's what we did too. We had a Longhorn chassis test on Saturday at my track, and it was $3,500, but there was 10 cars, so they each paid $350. So it wasn't so bad for the guys,
Yeah,
that's what you guys will probably end up doing.
Well, I was gonna go to just their open test and tune, and I think it's like $30. But like if you get a private rental, the track prep is just awesome.
Now what am I getting ready to watch here? Hold on here. I got it on my screen.
Oh.
Now this is your race car, right?
Yeah, so it's a street car, but this is at Leadfoot City. We were doing trailer burnouts.
So you don't race with trailers. You guys just are doing like an exhibition for burnouts, right?
Yeah, well, so this is called Sick Week. So we have to drive our race car track to track. And then, so you put it into street mode for driving, and then the trailer has all your race prep in it. And
but you literally got, when you do sick week, it's a week down here, and you literally have to pull in the front gates in that car.
Yeah.
And then you can take it to the hauler and race it up a little bit.
Well, no, like everything in that little trailer has got all of our race stuff in it.
So not that many changes probably, right?
We take the exhaust off, we put our slicks or different tires on, and then like our race fuel, all of our tools, spare parts are in the little trailer there.
Oh, I see Nunley. Hold on here.
Not an even barter.
You almost seem like you're nervous.
Now, does Nunley got as good a stuff as you do, or do you smoke him when it comes to equipment?
I mean, he's got redneck money, so I mean, he just, you know what I'm talking about.
So Canadian money from redneck money. Are you saying you're only worth 92 cents to his dollar?
Yeah, wow,
is that what
70.
you're saying?
No, he's learning. I mean, he's never drag raced before, so when we did that pink steel. And we were building budget vehicles, right? And I stuck to the budget, and he went way over.
Yeah, he's got that Emerald City Harley Davidson, Gus big tractors. He's got all that money.
But no, he's doing awesome. He's like a sponge, right? Like anything people are telling him to do or learn, he takes it all in. Yeah,
and he's got a lot of money. I mean, he's got a lot of followers. He's doing really well. And like you said, he's got that redneck money.
Yeah.
Let the co-pilots try and put them two clowns together.
Yeah. I don't know if I think that's a good idea.
It's going to break.
Yeah.
Hey, do you want to ride a mattress in a field? Do you want to ride a mattress in a field behind the car?
He had some ideas of different things that he wanted to do, and we actually got to one of the checkpoints, and there was a big field, and I was like, "Where's your mattress?" And like we were gonna do some really stupid stuff, but.
Now, on this video, do you guys race here at all?
No, we never ended up lining up to race.
You guys have talked so much smack. I've been following you guys, and you two have been trying to, he did a challenge, and he wanted you to put on an extra pulley, or he had to put on a big pulley, and then he got a couple shots of nitrous, and you didn't. And
so the last night, we were driving to Gainesville, and he's like, I got an idea, and he phoned his buddy, our buddy Kevin at KSR, and they stayed up all night changing the intake, putting nitrous on his car and everything. And we were going to race the next day, and there was no oil down at the track, and we never ended up getting a race. But we were trying to figure out what was a fair race, and I was going to put the big pulley on and give him the back tire in the hit, and I still would have smoked him. Like I gave him that false sense of security that he had a chance.
What's he running?
So he's got a 6-liter LS in there.
He just got an old crate gimmick in there, right?
Yeah, it's done up pretty good, but I mean, our big block is...
That's your big block right there, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's
like a
540.
I was going to say a 550. Whew. Titanium rods.
No, it's not quite that
Titanium
crazy.
valves.
It's a Blueprint Engines 540. We got a F1A 94 Pro Charger on it. It's about... with the pulley that's on it now, it'd be at least 900 wheel, over 1,000 torque. And
you're flirting with the 8s.
Yeah,
I mean, right?
Like we were just trying to get it into the 9s, and then when we hit 980. Then it was a 922, then a 907. So we threw the small pulley on, and we're like, we got it, and we just spiked the tires.
And had a gas slosh.
Yeah.
See, I was watching.
Yeah.
And it was also touching the headers. And not to mention...
Now, do you got a backup motor at all?
No, this is my only
when
setup.
you blow this one, when you grenade this one, you'll be putting a new one together.
Yeah, we'll probably fix this one. This one, I love this engine. Everything about it.
Where did you go to PRI this year?
Yeah,
I was there.
What's up, guys?
Oh, you were?
Next year we're gonna have to connect.
You're
so rich you can take me to St. Elmo's. You know that steak place. It's about $200.
Yeah, people get this misconception that I'm just loaded.
Oh, I mean, I can look at your numbers and tell you how loaded you are. Lummy, he's got on.
He's got 374 on YouTube. I sent you his Crown Vic jumping through the motorhome.
He's got 374,000 on YouTube. But what's his Facebook numbers?
Oh, he's in the millions on those two.
Yeah, so we got just over 10 million followers across everything.
Yeah, don't be crying poor mouth with me, buddy. Okay, try that with somebody else. And what's this here, Lummy?
Oh, go to like 19 minutes.
And
it's
today,
right before he
we're
drives
gonna
through. He
jump
takes
a
his
car.
Crown Vic and
if
drives
that
through
wasn't
a
enough,
motorhome.
we're going to jump a car through something that...
You know, with his 100 cars he has in the field.
100 cars.
Yeah, we didn't really think about safety, so we were
just a donut around your neck. I was just looking at that. There's no Hans device, no roll cage.
We were drinking the night before.
Everything in Canada starts out with "we were drinking the night before."
Well,
we were drinking the night before, and old Gus said we need to take that Crown Vic, and run it through that motorhome,
We had the idea while we were drinking. Then when we sobered up, we're like, hey, you know what? We could do this moderately safe, and. Yeah, so that
now, what car is this? It's still got the slide panel, air conditioning unit.
No headrest.
We call this car the Cobra Chicken. This is the car I pulled
Chicken.
out to make all the content to get into the Freedom 500.
What are your Crown Vic?
Now, is this a Crown Vic?
Yeah, well, it's a Mercury
Mercury Marquis.
But I call it a Crown Vic and just to troll people on the internet because it's hilarious. People yell at me.
They get so angry, don't they, over
Oh,
nothing?
yeah.
What year is it?
It's I think this one is
99?
98.
98.
Yeah.
Boy, sounds good.
No Hans device. No 5-point racing harness.
Just a seatbelt.
Just some
no racing seat.
No racing seat. Just grandma's reclining seat in the back.
Took the airbag out so it didn't smack me in the face.
Still got the cup. Custom cup holders right there, ready to go.
Armrest down.
Oh yeah, like that's gonna make a big difference. It's gonna keep the shards of glass out of
Good thing you put that down.
That was a good thing. Like you'll see the windshield after.
All right, so hold on. Not a pro ramp. One that's been built by an excavator or a skid steer, right?
Yeah.
Just a straight skid steer. Now, there's no way that you're going to jump that. You're going to go right there. That ramp's not elevated enough for you to jump it.
No, I never said we jumped over it.
You're going right.
You're through it.
Yeah.
You're going to jump through it.
Yeah, that's
All
right.
What's this right here? An old an old Lincoln?
That's a New Yorker.
Run?
No, not that one. Half of the stuff there don't run.
So you just now is this your property?
Yeah.
And how many acres do you got?
I got 12 acres.
And over 100 cars. Now you just buy your cars at junkyards or auctions?
Yeah, we find them on marketplace and auctions and just driving back roads.
And then just do stuff with them, right?
Yeah, I run demolition derbies, so a lot of the stuff is 70s iron and.
Here we go.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
that was a speed, man. Were you going 50?
Probably a little faster.
Yeah, I was going about 65.
Oh my God!
So Jim York's a buddy of mine, and I kind of consulted on the ramp and speed, and he said you should be good at about 40, and I didn't even look down.
Now, did you take the sink and some of the plumbing and stuff out of the RV?
Yeah, we did gut the inside.
Yeah, you didn't want to get hung up on
We took it apart, and there was some heavy bracing in there. Like we were pretty happy that we took it out because if I would have hit some of that stuff.
What's this right here?
That's another
a bad
New Yorker.
Oh, those New Yorkers. You need to get those running. Those things are tanks.
Yeah, we have fun with those ones.
Now, how many views did this video get?
I think it was like 50 or 60,000. Like
66,
we weren't real happy
I'm
with them.
surprised it didn't get 666.
Yeah, we were really hoping for a big view on this. And
what happened? You just didn't catch an algae or something?
I guess, yeah.
Should let Nunley help you.
Oh, because the windshield's destroyed.
I hope you know, Sean, that when I say that, I'm saying that because I know that, that it always pisses you off when Nunley is brought up, because that's your arch competitor.
I mean, he's
like,
such a great guy, though. You can't ever be mad at him.
No, you guys have a friendly competition.
We do. The last day was.
Oh, hold on!
Oh, man.
Look at this. This only did 60,000 views.
Yeah. 66.
And you got this type of footage. Watch this. Here we go. All right, did I go back too far?
Yeah.
All right, hold on here. I wanted to see that footage of.
Yeah, I think it shows it again here.
Right here.
We had a GoPro inside of it.
Did you hurt the car? Did you hurt the car at all?
So the inertia switch kicked, obviously. So we just reset that when it was sitting there.
Oh, look at that! No,
it didn't phase him.
No, Sean, you need, buddy, you need to invest into a
I have all that equipment, but I mean,
what?
When you don't have the 5-point in there, and we probably should have put it in.
Yeah,
but
and at least a Hans. At least you're gonna snap your nigger Dale Jr. You're gonna Dale Senior yourself.
I do need to. I got to get a compression seat like for 4 jumps because I compress my back pretty bad.
Yeah,
and
you're gonna be paralyzed.
I was pretty sore for a couple days.
Sure.
But I mean, I've taken harder hits in Demolition Derby. It's
So listen, one year it was in 2000, and it was an East Bay racetrack here, and I was racing sprint cars, and they asked me, "Hey, do you want to be part of the Demolition Derby, after all the races, because you can't do it before the races because it leaves so much trash on the track."
Yeah.
And they're like, "We got a car all ready for you. It's an old Cadillac, and we've reinforced the back, and we've protected the radiator and all this kind of stuff." And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, man, I'd love to be in a demo derby. Oh, hell yeah." So... And at that time, I didn't have a Hans. I just had one of these little neck rolls, too. And so I get in, and they make it a really, really small area, and they wet the track down so you really can't get any really good, speed going. I'll never do that again. I was literally sore for like a month. I had to go to the chiropractor. I mean, just those demo derbies are brutal.
So that's
why you're so. That's why you're
all
so
I wear
silly.
in a Demolition Derby and a lap belt. That's all we wear, just so we have room to move around if we have to fix something with our battery shifter. Like,
won't start.
Yeah, the inertia switch kicked on it. But there was a piece of wood stuck in the windshield. Like, we probably should have put mesh on the windshield too. But
So now, do you plan on jumping another one?
So we're planning to do a fairly big, like a lot bigger jump. I was trying to figure out if there was a world record I could go after.
World record of what, of RVs? Or?
No. So I got looking, and like I was looking at different car jumps, and they're all huge jumps. I'm like, man, I could really get hurt. So
you could.
We jumped. I paced it out, and we were about 60 feet to where we landed, and the world record jump driving in reverse is 89 feet.
Reverse.
So we're going to take probably that car, and we're going to flip the diff in it so that we have 3 gears in reverse, and we're going to go for 100 feet with it.
Reverse.
Yeah,
but
in reverse.
And now it has a lot to do with the ramp, don't you think?
Yeah, it does. We'll have to do a landing ramp.
For that.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, bud. Like, there's not a lot of test runs. You're a one and
yeah, that's a one and done.
Yeah, I mean,
sure.
like the other ones you can kind of maybe do a couple tests, but this is a one and done. I mean, right?
Are you good at reverse? Can you go 60 in reverse? No problem?
Mean, yeah. Like I've been derbying for 25 years, and that's all we do is backwards, right?
Now, have you done any figure 8 school bus stuff?
So when I first started racing, I went to a figure 8 track. And that's what, like, immediately I was like, I got to try this. So the next week I built a stock truck to compete in this figure 8 track. And we raced there for, 2 years? And then we switched to 3/8 dirt track.
That's what we got. That's what my track is. Oh, here's Nunley. What's he got to say? All Nunley's going to tell you is how good he could do. But I've never yet seen, again, you guys have never raced, but he talks a big game for you, does he not?
Yeah, we do have a race coming up. It's Border Wars is what we called it. and it's a big drag race up in Edmonton, Alberta. Nunley's bringing his truck up, his Pink's truck, and then I'll have my car there. We got a bunch of different classes. It's a whole day event, and that's, I think, where we're going to get our actual race.
Now is Sick Week always the same time in February?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So because that's right now we're getting ready to start our winter nationals at my track with USAC and the open wheel modifieds, and then we bring the Lucas super late models in on the last week of February. I wonder if I could organize a Crown Vic grudge race between you and Nunley during intermission of when you are down here.
I mean,
would he do it, or he push out?
I'm sure he would do it.
Two evenly matched Crown Vics. I'll provide the Crown Vics, and it'd be you two, in a real, grudge match.
But you should get him with like how they do the Tour of Destruction stuff.
Yeah,
'cause that seems like it's up your alley.
Yeah,
oh yeah. Well,
but he's not down here all the time. He's only down here once a year, aren't you?
Well, we're looking at possibly snowbirding down here a few months at a time. Yeah.
If you're snowbirding down here and you need a dirt track, I got one.
Man, I know. I've been paying attention to your track, and I was just all the things. I was like, if we come down here, I can get back into dirt track racing.
You could literally just set up shop in my tech shed and just do all your stunts right on my track as long as you tag me.
Yeah.
As long as I could get some of that Facebook / YouTube rub. We could call it, or you call it even.
I do need a place to do stupid stuff.
Oh,
so.
I got 51 acres. I don't have 100 cars out back, but. I got the track and the space, and you could do all you could. Listen, Cletus has the Freedom Factory. You could have Ocala Speedway as your little playground.
Yeah.
Say, hey, Cletus,
call it the No Way Speedway.
Yeah,
there you go.
The No Way what? No Way Speedway. We'll rename it for you. Let's see what Nunley has to say here.
About 30 minutes from the hotel, because if I didn't, we was all going to be with the Lord last night. I fell asleep about 3, bro. It was bad.
I was suffering from a little bit of carbon monoxide poisoning. Like, I was getting tired.
You gearheads, man. I swear.
So yeah. So this is the hardest part, I feel, of Sick Week is you race all day and then you have to drive that night to the next
next track.
Right? The next track, and you have check stops along the way. So you're tired after wrenching all day, and then you hit the road. And we found a hole in the firewall. Like, I couldn't figure out why I was so tired that first day, and we found a big hole in the firewall that some exhaust was getting through.
Yeah, so you probably had borderline carbon monoxide poisoning. All right, so here we go. This is actual run here, isn't it?
Yeah, this is our, I can't remember what time this was.
So we'll get to see you go through the gears and everything.
That dashboard's killer.
That guy smoked you.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, you're racing yourself. You're not racing.
Oh, you're bracket racing. You're time racing.
Yeah.
Was that a high mid-9?
Yeah, that was a mid-9 ride. 146 mile an hour.
Mid-9. Here we go. Lummy, straight with the Canadian plates.
Like
Look, straight with the hater plates. Look.
Oh, good. Grip that takeoff.
All right, guys, we just did our PB in the Crewville. We ran a 139 foot, 922 quarter mile at
922.
That's pretty cooking, bud.
So it's a 4,200 pound car, too.
Yeah. Wow. That's pretty getting after
46.
it, buddy.
This is wild. Like, I never in my wildest, this is way more than we ever expected this car to go. But man, how awesome is that? I can't wait to see the run, and I can't wait for you guys to see the run. It's on Freedom Plus too. Check it out. But man, that is awesome.
So, here's. Now, how long will slicks last?
I've been running those for about a year. Well, I got them used.
I love it. And you
so
bought them
listen,
used?
what you don't realize is, I'm really close with Tony. A lot of times the big teams and you correct me if I'm wrong, Sean, they'll send their tires to the top alcohol, brand new tires, brand new Goodyears. They'll send to the top alcohol teams and have them run them 4, 5, 6 times to break them in.
To scrub them in.
And then they'll bring them over to the Skag guy or over to Tony's guy or to Leah or something like that, because right out of the box, they're no good. They got to get like 3, 4 shows on them.
Yeah, they got to get worked in.
And then so Tony buys new tires and gives them to the top alcohol guys to run them. Am I right, Sean?
Yeah.
And
yeah,
then,
that's right.
Yeah, so they're getting free tires, but they're running them in for the big guys. Well, listen, Sean. Listen, anybody who wants to check Sean's stuff out, it's pretty much one-stop shopping with What No Way at whatnoway.com.
Yep.
Pretty much on all social media, and he's also considered the What No Way guy, because that's his infamous saying. A lot of things that he does not only is not racing, but like just stupid stuff at the shop.
Yep.
It's like, what? No way. He's the I didn't know of you much, Sean, prior until Nunley called me privately. I'm like, who? He goes, the What No Way guy. And I go, what? He goes, no, it's What No Way. And I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, What No Way. Look it up. So then I looked it up. I'm like, oh my God, this guy's got a following. And little did I know that, and he's like, I don't know why, but he likes your show or been listening to your show for a while or something like that. And he knew I know you. So he's going to be down in Tampa and he'd like to come on the show. I'm like, hell yeah, of course. Absolutely. So we'd like to also give you this video if you'd like. And
I would
for you
love
to put
to
up
have
on
this.
your on all your sites. As long as you give us a little tagging or something.
You betcha. We'll throw it up on the on the YouTube, because I know a lot of people are excited to be able to see this, because I was excited to be here. I've been listening for.
And now you can see the studio and see the
awesome.
the whole 9 yards. Meet J. Diaco and Seth and.
Oh yeah, all his dreams are coming true right here.
That's right.
What a trip
Man, he's
to
got
America.
some real low-lying fruit dreams, does he not? Listen, Sean, thank you so very much, my friend.
Thanks for having me.
And any time that you find yourself down here headed to Cletus's or something like that, or if you need my track next sick week, or you're going to be a snowbird, I'll set you right up there, and you guys can use the track all you want, my friend.
No, that sounds great. Do you have any races coming up? We're down here.
Yeah. Well, my God, we got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That's the 410 Those are the dudes you want to.
Those guys are wild.
Oh yeah, those are the 410 sprint cars with no wings on top of them. They're I think with regards to horsepower to weight, they're the fastest race car. They only weigh, I think, 1,150 pounds.
Yeah.
And they have 950 horse. They almost have as much horsepower as they weigh.
Yeah, those guys are psycho.
And they're crazy. Like they just throw. Oh yeah, they're crazy. But yeah, you know what? I have your number, and we're racing for the next 3 weekends.
Okay.
So. Let you in, get you in free, give you whatever the hell you need.
Pit pass.
Pit pass, whatever, my friend.
Yeah, it'd be sweet to come out and check out the track.
Appreciate you, my friend.
Awesome.
So, Lummy, we're going to do a quick little after show afterwards?
Yes, sir.
All right, my friend. Sean Umshield, the What No Way guy. Good dude. Go check him out. Appreciate y'all. Jay, thank you.
Thank you, buddy.
Thanks for letting me finish.
You've been listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show, starring
me, Bubba the Love Sponge,
co-host and show historian, Lummit.
It's Seth, co-host and president of podcasting.
It's Brian Matroni, king of counter programming.
Gene Lasker, voice of the people. Glad you get to hear me.
Gary Cantrell, video editor.
Yeah, back here wiring up. It's Mini Macho.
The BRN agent, Thomas Buttoned Up Bean.
Co-host, Dr. Dan Diaco, Esquire, of Council.
Co-host, J. Diaco, Esquire, the Spitting Cobra of Council.
Now, time for the legal disclaimer.
Exactly.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this show without express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
We must dissuade him of this delusion.
Until next time, always remember.
I'll repeat hello. I'm back.